same?
Nah, stitch that shit.
All right, we're back.
Stitch that.
Yeah, so we're talking about LeBron's Diddy party. There was a bunch of people. See, hey, even Osama,
Osama bin Laden.
Obama.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Obama has one. He's like, hey, Diddy party.
Yeah.
And then did you see the video of Joe Button stretching out with Diddy before the party?
Stretching.
He's stretching out.
Stretching
Go
out.
check that video for
Calisthenics.
Joe
Stretch
Button
out.
Diddy
Oh,
party.
damn.
Motherfucker out
I
there
like him too.
stretching. They're just
I
defag and D-gay.
I've never trusted. We talk about it all the time. I never
Yeah.
trust any of the Hollywood anything, any of the entertainment anything. Anytime we talk about it, I'm like, those dudes. You can't get where you think you're gonna get.
Yeah,
You can't get where they are without paying
without
prices.
doing some shit, bro.
You're paying some prices.
Like,
Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad.
Yuck.
The one thing about LeBron is I always said he seemed like a good family man.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's married.
He's a
He has
good
kids.
role
He seems like a
model,
good father.
Yeah.
Well, he
But
can
if
present
he's
anything.
going to Diddy parties on the side,
That's probably how he gets his
that
fix.
might change.
You know what I'm
things.
saying? Like,
With day-long orgies. With
What
male
if they turn?
prostitutes.
Well,
Joe Button and
what if they turned him out
and Diddy?
so he could become the
dancing.
GOAT?
They're stretching?
Yeah, they're like,
They're
well,
just
they're
dancing.
getting ready.
About to ride.
About to ride. Look at him. He like,
Please don't say
yeah.
that.
Look at Diddy. Diddy like, yeah. Can't stop. Won't stop.
So detestable.
Mm.
Is it okay to listen to music? I don't even like Diddy's music. I think he's awful, but listen to like I guess Michael Jackson or
Yep.
listen
Yeah,
to
I
R.
know all-
Kelly.
I listen to all
Yep.
that. I was just bumping R. Kelly.
Yeah, there's no
Slow
Yeah.
wine.
there's no
Yeah, because
moral
we didn't know
objection to
anything about that
Yeah.
before.
You gotta
it came
separate
out.
the artist from the person. Right? They're all bad. I don't know if they're doing quite that level.
If
of
that
stuff,
was the
but-
case, if we couldn't watch or anything,
yeah,
you couldn't watch anything big. You couldn't listen to anything big.
you'd have to get a full.
I'm
background
okay
check.
with, and I'm okay with not doing that.
And Michelle Obama, she doing strange things. Big Mike out there.
Big
fucking-
Mike's dick slanging.
Says, Pete Diddy reportedly kept damaging footage of Barack Obama, Michelle
Yeah,
Obama. The
it's
scope of
That's how
footage
he's like. I'm never gonna get
Yeah,
caught
he's
if I
never-
have
yeah, I
footage
got
of
the-
Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fucking.
That's the
He's
ultimate
crazy.
blackmail.
as good as dead.
That's what I said. He's not gonna make it to
He
trial.
knows,
There
yeah.
is no fucking way he's getting Hillary.
The trial's going to have a mistrial, and I think that's why that his lawyer was talking so openly about the case. If you listen, I wish I could find it. Let me see if I can find it. You guys talk.
All I'm saying is I think that they're gonna be they're gonna try to be a little more, come up with another plan. I don't think they're gonna follow the same rule book.
it's
He
gonna
just
be
dies
like
in
an
jail.
accident or something?
You know what I mean? I think they're gonna come up with something. They're in the lab right now thinking.
yeah. Like you know what the easiest one is? A flu, COVID, illness.
COVID killed them.
Yo, I'm telling
I
you,
don't know.
COVID is
I'm
diabolical.
That's
They
what I'm
got it
saying.
anytime they want.
Yeah.
What about this? What about the bird flu? Or whatever.
You don't need it.
Monkeypox?
Every-
Get the
Everyone
monkeypox
would
out
believe,
there.
yeah, but if you heard monkeypox, you're like,
Because he's doing gay shit.
Racist motherfucker.
doesn't even matter.
Pete Diddy died of monkeypox.
Yeah, you're like,
But you wouldn't.
come on.
Also, you wouldn't believe it. But
Why?
also, also,
why would you care? What?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
No,
matter,
I
right?
would no, but
See?
you would still care. You would still because you would still think
Exactly.
about it. It wouldn't matter because we wouldn't do anything about it. But you would still
Right,
because you're
but
saying
you still don't want to rile up the base
you say
if you
COVID,
don't have to.
But you say COVID. COVID makes
Yeah,
sense.
COVID,
COVID's
because they
back.
believe it.
Shut it down. Shut everything down.
Shut-
Diddy's
shut-
dead.
I'm shutting down the
Shut-
studio.
shutting down the country. Diddy's dead.
That's probably why those
Biden's
kids
gonna be
quit.
like, in honor of Diddy, we're shutting the whole country
Oh,
down.
God. He's gonna come back.
Gave
out
back
of
his key to
nowhere.
the city. They're
Oh,
shutting it
fuck
down.
off.
Terrible.
Yeah, the whole Diddy shit's fucking wild. And all the shit his bodyguard
Ooh.
was saying, and now they're looking back at it with evidence. They're like,
I've been watching all that stuff. Like, yo, it's gonna be good when it comes out. I can't wait.
the amount, but like
So many
90% of
people.
Hollywood gonna be gone.
That's
I
All
know what
these
the
people doing strange things.
I know what they're
because
gonna
it's
do.
time to destroy
Uh-oh.
the freaking
I know what they're
propaganda
gonna
What
do.
they doing, Jared?
The new iPhone just came out.
They're gonna blow him
Diddy's
up.
gonna buy it. Boom.
Nah,
Gone.
that's money. Apple would never. They would
Yo.
be so mad.
Intercepted during transit.
Yeah, yeah.
They could do
They
that.
got the FedEx truck.
Yeah,
Yo,
We got
did you
the
see the amount of
FedEx
fucking
truck.
people that died with Israel just fucking putting bombs and everything?
yeah.
It was beepers.
It was 15
And
people. 15 people
walkie-talkies.
died, and like 200,
Bluetooth
2,000
shit.
were 15 died and 2,000
They don't have
were
Bluetooth
injured
shit.
or something like that.
You don't think they can do it to phones?
They can, but they don't
Oh,
deal
here.
in phones because they're afraid of cyber hacking. So that's why they go low tech with the beepers. They didn't know there's explosives in them.
Fucking diabolical shit.
I want to find the.
Hey, they're terrorists. Fuck 'em.
I want to find the actual where he's like, it's the same usual fare, blah blah blah.
you're trying to
I think
Diddy?
I think he's doing that so you have a mistrial because everybody has a public
find
opinion
a
about
way.
it. You can't get a doggone a jury if you just keep disseminating what these people are just bullshit. And this is Diddy. There's no reason for anybody to believe these charges. And then now you're like, I heard it on the news, stricken. I heard it on the news, stricken. Now who do you have left? Old white ladies who don't watch the news, and Diddy's lawyer gets to say that's not fair. Old white men who don't watch the news, that's not fair. That's not a good jury. Scrubbed.
He's not making it. There's no fucking.
Well, they're gonna play the game.
Because
they
if
have
he
to play
makes,
the game
if
first.
he makes it up to that stand, he's snitching. And if he's snitching and he goes,
It's not.
He
It's
goes-
not.
He's snitching.
It's not that he's snitching.
Let's say this, Jared. He
It's-
go, okay, here's a
Would
plea
you snitch
deal.
on the mob?
Let me
It's
go.
not that
Times
he's
worse.
snitching.
Here's
It's
a
that
plea
the
deal.
evidence that comes out is damning.
Yeah.
That's not him snitching. They're gonna
But-
say, "Well, here's some evidence. Here's some more. Here's some third stuff." I don't even know what you're doing to this goat, but here's a fourth stuff. Here's a fourth thing.
Yeah, but you can use that.
No, I know
if
that.
I'm Diddy's lawyer, I go, all these powerful people. Okay,
Get me
call in your connects, Obamas, all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Get the judge in line. We're gonna get 10 years, whatever it is, because because that way they don't have to go to trial. They can just go. It's a plea deal, and it's all done, and none of that shit comes out. Because
You know
if
what
you
I would
have
do?
to go to
There are
trial,
certain-
they have to get the
there-
video footage.
There are
It's a fucking
certain
rap.
charges.
I want to see the freak offs in court.
There are.
They're not going to get there.
There
I'm
are
telling you,
certain
Jared,
charges.
Like,
Damn it. The penis pump.
You know what I would do? You want to know
Suck
how
Master
Biggie died?
9000.
You want to know who killed Biggie?
Oh, who killed Biggie?
No, I'm
No,
saying.
that's as Diddy.
If I
he's
was
saying
Diddy,
that.
Oh yeah.
give up.
yeah.
I'll give up.
Get
I'll
up
give
to
up Biggie's
Biggie?
killer. I'll give up Tupac's killer.
It's him.
How's he gonna give him up?
He can't give
he just
himself
added
up.
charges.
Yeah, but there's certain charges that the state has to press.
Yeah.
And if sexual trafficking is one of them, sexual assault is another. He's locked in.
Yeah.
They're not waiving those.
No.
He's going to jail, or they're gonna plead. He may plead down, but he's
definitely going to jail. The thing is,
or he's going to trial.
he's gonna go to jail, but there's no way
Yeah, I don't
that
believe
they're
it
gonna
either.
let him sit on that stand.
Let me
I
ask
don't
you
think
something.
so. Either.
Because then you have to bring in evidence, like Jared said. You
Yeah, you
literally have
have
to
to.
show all they have. So the
They have
cops got their
boxes of
footage.
shit.
Yeah. So now you go.
Think
Well,
about
this,
all the lube and discovery they're gonna have to ship in.
they have to do DNA swabs.
Oh my God!
no!
Like there's 18 people in here.
I need a
What's
team
this
of
in this oil?
3,000 people testing
Just
the
testing
the lube,
swabs.
the sperm residue.
His fucking mansion, you could see it from space if you put a black light on.
You see
it.
that
It's just
episode?
fucking,
You see that episode of South Park?
Yeah,
Where,
yeah.
where what's the father's name? Stan's father.
Marsh? No.
Yeah.
Stan Marsh.
Well, that's his father anyway.
Yeah.
He's on the computer jerking off, fucking cum
Come everywhere.
that's what
Yeah.
it's gonna
I got
look
that
like.
meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just it's good stuff. That's Diddy. That
How-
dude.
You know what? How come they didn't? How come they even indicted him? How come they even got that far? How come they didn't stop it
Because he
before? There
pissed
it is.
off the wrong person.
Yeah, he
They
fucked
should've-
up.
They
He
should have
fucked up.
stopped.
He
it before.
got too cocky, and he pissed off the wrong people. That's the only. It's like the mob. You walk around and then you get big headed, and the mob will let you get big headed, and then you do the wrong thing. They'll be like, let him go. And then you do the thing, and then they excommunicate you. They say, you're no longer a made man.
So how come Barack Obama didn't say, whoa,
No.
whatever you
Because
do?
somebody already has.
Someone's probably bigger than him.
Somebody already told Diddy, slow it down. You're too
oh
public.
yeah, that's
And
a
he didn't listen. You know who I am, beat chest. I'm
classic,
who I am.
Classic story of any criminal.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
Fucking Diddy, man.
Nah.
Poor Meek Mills. He's like, please don't let the video out. He's probably getting passed around like a fucking
Fuck
rag
Meek Mill.
doll.
Get all these rappers. They're all trash.
Oh my god.
You would have to be sucking dick to be that bad. Rap and
Yeah.
then making it that
Mumble.
big.
Did you see
The death of
50?
mumble rap. I know he's going hard on
50 goes, I will give top dollar for one of those surveillance footage. Millions. He just wants to destroy Diddy so bad.
See, he's playing a dangerous game, too. He's got some balls.
He's good for him.
I know. Somebody's got to do it, but...
Good for him.
He's a motherfucker that came from nothing. He don't give a fuck.
He's towing the line right now, whether he knows it or not.
He's going to get too big. He's just big-headed. Sometimes... Maybe he knows who he can mess with. Maybe he's messing with him because he knows.
I do gotta say, 50's probably out of all the rappers, he's definitely the smartest one. That motherfucker has not taken an L. Like, he just keeps fucking winning. Every fucking thing he does, he makes fucking insane amount of money. He's just fucking like, he's unbelievable.
He fell off the rap game.
He's not in rap no more.
I'm saying when he did.
I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah,
thank you.
He's not in rap no more. It's all like shows and products he makes and shit he sells. Like he's killing it.
But that killed him when he was on top of rap and he fell off quick.
Yeah.
That killed him. He didn't obviously.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know what happened there. But he has a successful show. He has all that shit.
Yeah. He sold vitamin water for millions of dollars.
$500 million.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And that's 2006 money. That's
early.
real money.
Yeah, and then he had.
And he gets to roll it over.
He just sold a crazy cognac that he had for a couple $100 million. Like he's just killing it. So he a smart motherfucker.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, but
I would have guessed he would have been implicated. Like I would have guessed in the early 2000s he went to a Diddy party or something.
He never fucked with Diddy. That's the problem because remember he came out. That's funny. He's like, yeah. Did you see that episode?
Of course I saw that.
He was like shopping with you. Fucking.
I told you. I listened to all this years ago when people were like, "Look, guys, these people are disgusting."
50 was saying he was gay as fuck.
Yeah,
I've been Mace.
Listen,
Mace is all happy. He just
when I started watching the Nickelodeon stuff, and I started watching the Disney stuff, and I started watching all the shows, the 80s. And especially when Bill Cosby got nicked again, and then all that stuff came out, I started watching I would watch all these compilations of people who are like despicable. The Ren and Stimpy dude,
out of control.
Holy First of all, the parents to these kids.
Well, they're just as fucked up. They're just as fucked up as anybody because they're literally sacrificing.
They
their kids.
send their kids to these grown men, and then
don't even watch them.
Oh, did you see that documentary?
Yeah,
is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I saw that.
Like it just. That and like,
you know what it is? They didn't make it. They're trying to live.
All
they're
about
trying to
the money.
live
They're vicariously through their kids. Yeah,
and
I know
they want
that
fame.
I know
through
that
their kids.
Yeah,
and they'll
but
fucking sacrifice
their
their childhood
idiots.
for it.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
All of them. Yeah. And most of the kids who are on cocaine or on drugs are hiding behind the drug use because they probably got molested.
Yeah, you see Raven. Raven was she worked with a couple of those like Britney, not Britney Spears, but I think it's like Demi Lovato, a couple of those, like, all those, and like Raven, they got mad at Raven because Raven was like, "Oh no, I understand what you're going through."
Yeah,
like what the fuck are you talking about? Blah, blah,
I was
blah.
4 when I was getting
so
things are happening.
Raven knows what goes on
in the background. Of course, you did.
You see that kid Drake Bell?
Yeah, he was all
he got
up.
raped. He was repeatedly getting raped by the showrunner.
Yeah. And his mother was allowing it. His father was saying no, but.
No,
then he
only
hard
Wednesdays.
enough.
But then he said,
hard enough.
Right. But then he was like, I don't want to get in the way because they were telling him don't get in the way of his future or whatever. Yeah. His father was like, no, this is wrong. I don't like the way this feels.
And the
kid sided
with his mother.
What wouldn't you?
They were living. Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I'm going to be a star.
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening. And
did the father divorce the wife?
Yeah. I think it was after the fact, though.
Because I would have killed that
But
bitch.
if you have that level of, of thought that something's going on, you know what I mean? And he still kind of just played the background.
He's a kid, though.
No, not him, the dad.
No,
the dad. Yeah, he's a...
I don't
the
think...
dad knew something was going on.
That dude's a pussy, though. Like, he's not a real man.
The dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have closed on everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
you got to go in there and kill somebody?
Yes, that's your
kid. Like he didn't want to be the bad guy to his,
I don't care.
I know. I'm saying that's what he was thinking.
Your kid can later on. Your kid in life, when he's 30, 40 years old, he's gonna look back and be like,
"No, he's not. Fuck. He's always gonna hold it against you until
he can, but until he gets old, until he's old enough to figure it out.
Now he's in his 30s and he understands.
But you have to tell him though. You gotta tell him early and often. I did that because those people were disgusting. They were trying to pimp you out. What does that mean, Dad? Okay, sit down.
Yeah,
Let me
you
tell
don't
you
know.
about it.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
They were going to put you in the laps of very powerful men who wanted to have butt sex with children.
And they always say women are the most empathetic.
No, they're not.
Fuck,
They-
this is
they're
bullshit,
not.
dude. The
They're
girls
not. They
always
have good
sell their
PR,
fucking
and that's
soul.
it.
Yeah.
They have good PR. And what's
their
PR?
mother- 'cause mothers
Propaganda. It's
mothers
another word for
program you early.
propaganda.
They program
Yes,
you early.
of course they do, because they messed up.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to live vicariously through the woman that you bring into your life, because they can maneuver through that woman to get them to take care of her.
Fucking-bolical.
I know.
You can't let your kid get pimped out.
No,
matter.
at all.
It could be. Literally, could be $2 billion.
I don't give a
That's not
shit.
fucking happening.
Did
I
you
don't
see
give
the
a
part
shit.
of the documentary where they went to that guy who raped Drake's house? The kid that raped Drake. They went to his house and he had like all photos of John Wayne Gacy and all these serial killers.
Yeah, he's
dude,
And they're
that's
like,
crazy.
that's a little weird. If that's not a
He's-
sign right there.
He was the one with feet doing the feet shit in
You
the
talking about Dan
shows.
Snyder?
Yeah,
That
he
wasn't Dan Snyder. It
No,
was
yeah,
another
it was
dude.
Oh, it was
Somebody
another
else.
Dan
It was,
Snyder's diabolical, bro.
The other guy is also diabolical. It's not Blake. It begins with a B.
I forget.
Brian Singer.
Yes, Brian something. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
those dudes are crazy.
Dan
bro.
Snyder, he did weird shit, like really suggestive stuff, but he didn't do anything overt.
False. He not on TV.
That's
well,
what I'm
that
saying.
we
I'm
know
talking
of.
about
But
that we know of.
all these people are. There's people with letters who came out and say, "Hey, this guy did this to me."
Oh, literally.
That's why he's
assault.
gone or underground now.
Well, as far as that documentary,
Mhm.
like they said, they did weird shit, like girls were pouring water on their face. It looked like sexually suggestive stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That was enough for me.
yeah,
I
no.
saw my daughter was watching Victorious. I walked in.
That poor girl. She's.
I
scarred.
walked in and they did something. I just happened to walk in there and they did something. I don't even remember what it was. It was just sexually suggestive. And I got it immediately. And I said, you don't watch that anymore.
Mhm.
Okay, click.
Good.
Done. As soon as I saw it. And then I started watching other stuff. And I was like, iCarly's getting weird. No more of that either.
Ariana Grande had it the worst. She was like slapping hot dogs on her
She
face.
was-
and
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that.
They-
They treated her the worst.
Yeah.
I'm certain. I'm 93% certain.
Repeat.
She messed with it. She got messed with it. Totally.
Of course. So
Yeah.
Britney's
She's-
1,000%.
Yeah.
Britney's
Yeah,
a
we know.
fucking
We know.
mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ariana Grande, she's very strange. She's getting. You could tell she's falling down a
When
hill.
so
Dubset.
Dr. Phil. I mean not Dr.
Not
Phil.
Dubset. The other one.
Not Hillary.
Amanda
Hillary
Bynes.
got off.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
She's
yeah.
all fucked up, but Hillary.
Oh my God, you see her face lately?
Oh, she looks like
She's a mess.
But she's doing it because
What's the redhead that everybody used to like? Who
I thought-
did Freaky Friday?
Oh, Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay. Same thing. They got her.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's a mess.
They
But
got her.
she's coming back around. But they
You
got
can tell
her.
they got her.
But,
And if they don't get them with sex, they get them with drugs.
Hillary Duff
so
got
they can
out.
get them with sex.
Got out immediately.
Yeah.
Like, she did her thing.
You know
and she
why?
was like, "What
She
the
looked
fuck?"
left, she looked right, and then she left.
And her parents were like, "Get the fuck out of
What's
here."
her name? Did the same thing. Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I know.
The only reason why they didn't get her because her dad was always around.
Oh yeah, and
They
Christina.
kind of did get her. She went through a phase, but that
I
might have
think
just
they
been
did
young
that
age.
to get her. Disney has an image. They're like, we own your name. That's her name. Miley's her nickname.
Mhm.
They trademarked her nickname. Miley Cyrus is her nickname in real life.
Mhm.
Disney said, that's ours now. And you have to hold to a certain standard. They have you in an indemnity clause. So if you do certain things, you get wrecked.
Yeah.
She did those things, I think, to break the contract.
Yeah,
This is
fuck
somebody
you.
else's theory, but it made so much sense. She was doing all that because she wanted to be herself again. She wanted to break ties with Disney. There's no way to get out legally. It's ironclad, except for to not look or act in the Disney appropriate way. So
Sucking
that's
dick from the
probably what
back,
she.
all that shit.
So she went on the stage and she's twerked and she looked like
Yeah.
a crazy person. And then immediately she stopped doing that stuff. She didn't do that anymore.
Mhm.
Right after that, she stopped. She's singing freaking Dolly Parton songs. And everyone's like, why does she do that? Well, because Disney won't let her.
Right.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
It made sense to me when I heard it. And I was like, that's how you break out.
Disney's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because they're
All the pedos run that shit.
And Nickelodeon.
and gay dudes.
Yeah, gay dudes and pedos.
The only two that made it out normal was Hillary Duff
Hillary Duff made
and
it out.
Candace Cameron. The DJ Tanner from Full House.
Oh, she's a Christian.
She's exactly.
And so is Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron.
Their whole family's
I think.
Christians.
Oh, they're siblings. Yeah,
The
that's
one
right.
dude
Yeah.
who got the words, the dude from Not So Raven. Oh,
The black kid.
he's fucked.
I don't know about him.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about him. What's
Orlando?
he do? Sucking dick.
Yeah, Orlando. If you listen to Orlando, he tells you
he's all fucked. He tells you, he's like, I was molested. I
Yeah.
fucking was doing drugs.
they gave him
with-"
drugs.
damn.
They plied him with drugs.
Yeah, like,
they
geez.
like he came out. He talks about it. If you
But-
listen to it, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, if you sat there
Where are
and
your
watch,
parents?
you'll be like, you don't want to watch.
That
Like-
it's really hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's not. You know how people say that's cringe. It's no. That's
Because my man's brain is fried.
I don't.
People just go, he's crazy. But
Nah,
no,
you have to
got that
just
way.
listen to him.
Yeah, he got.
If you
that
listen
way.
to him, he's speaking in code. He acts crazy so he can tell you what you need to hear while they think he's nuts. No one's going to believe him. So now there's that 50-50 chance that a regular person be like, just like, ain't going to do anything, so that they say, no one believes him, don't worry about it. But there will be enough of us who say, I don't know about that.
That
They don't
kid's
just say that
poor,
shit.
poor kid, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of those kids too. Didn't Urkel get out? He got out.
Urkel never got on a
Yeah,
bunch of other
he's
stuff.
pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think because they couldn't sell him anymore as a product. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
because he was Urkel.
But
You only got one.
his
gimmick.
daddy didn't get out.
Damn.
Remember, he was at a Diddy party. Y'all remember that?
Nah, I
No.
know.
Carl Winslow.
Oh yeah,
he was
yeah,
at a
yeah.
Diddy party?
Yeah, he was one of the
He's
ones
a
that
Did
was
he
freak,
saying
dog.
He's dead, right?
Yeah,
He died. Yeah.
Diddy was giving that work.
That's why.
that's
he
what
died.
they said.
Yeah, they said Diddy was working Carl.
He was
Winslow.
giving
giving that Winslow.
cushion for the push.
Yeah, oh,
Family
man.
matters.
Ah.
Diddy matters. He says daddy matters.
The only one that matters.
Is Diddy
Diddy
matters.
Fuck off, man.
Yeah,
What did he see in
Kinda-
Carl?
a big black asshole.
Yeah.
Too much, Joe.
Jesus, too much gayness.
Too
today.
honest.
Ah, come
I'm
on.
gonna fucking pass
Come on,
out
he
from
loves
the
him.
gayness.
I like them real big. and juicy. No.
BBL Winslow.
Oh no.
Damn it. We gotta get off this Diddy shit because it's
Yeah, I
too much
know.
gayness. Yeah,
That's
We're
it's
gonna
not us. We're not gay.
that's-
He is.
All we talk about's bad shit.
like,
Like
it doesn't
depressing
matter.
What's
shit.
good news? What's in the good news?
Oh,
category?
a 10-meter meteor is gonna
Oh yeah,
be
you
captured
said
by
this.
freaking Earth's orbit. Coming up soon.
Tell
We're
you.
gonna get another moon.
Bruce Willis.
Like what in the? And they're just like, yeah, and that's how it happens. No, it's
That's what I'm saying. Who?
shoot some nukes at that thing? Like get a payload
No,
up
you,
there.
Let's get a
land on
laser.
it, you drill,
Oh,
and you put the
and
nuke
break
inside.
it.
and
Yeah,
then-
and then
come on, it's easy.
I guess.
Jared got this.
Simple shit.
Well, they can do this because they landed a probe on a comet in 2008 or 12 or 10 or whatever. So it's doable.
Doable. Yeah.
You can land a probe up there. You just have a payload on it. Done.
All the shrapnels.
Yeah, but that'll burn up in the because
Yeah,
it's
coming
10
down.
Burn
meters.
up
10
in the
meters is not
atmosphere,
this house. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be apparently it's gonna be captured in our orbit. I'd like to know what
This
that's
is all
gonna
theory,
do.
though.
That's what I said. But
Then I'm like, what the fuck?
what is it gonna do to the weather? What's it gonna do to the? What if it hits some
Climate change.
satellites? What if it slightly affects tides? Who might not be big enough, or it might be. What if it's magnetic enough to mess with the Van Allen belts? Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
What if Magneto's up there on asteroid M?
Aliens are fucking inside of it.
Yep, just watching us like, look at this. They think we're a rock. We got the best cloaking system this size of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh. Sean Diddy Combs' first meal in rat-infested jail revealed only showers 3 days a week. Poor guy.
How long's he been there?
Yeah, so I was gonna like.
It's been 3 days.
12 hours.
He's been there for 3 days.
He's in a
showered 3
rat-infested
days.
jail,
If
all right?
that.
He is not in a
good.
rat-infested jail.
Why are they trying to make him feel?
Yeah,
make us
why
feel
am I
bad
there
for him.
Like, fuck you,
Rat
asshole.
infested jail. Yeah, you're.
They probably
it's
have-
prison.
Probably found one mouse in there.
He's probably fucking the rat.
Damn it.
You're trying to coerce the
offer-
rat
offer
into
music
doing a
deals.
sexual act.
Yo, I got you
Yo,
sucking
come
my
on.
dick.
Come on, rat.
Take that. Bad boy.
You know he's got to bust a nut every 6 seconds. That motherfucker's addicted.
I need you to go out and get me 10 bottles of lube. I can't live without it.
I'll
Blackmailing the rat. I
Glistening.
saw what you did. to your boy.
Cannot be glistening. Just
were you the one that sent me the Silver Surfer meme?
No.
Someone sent me one.
I saw the
This is
Hakan one.
Diddy.
Where
Oh,
the
Hakan, that's
one
awesome.
was good. Yeah. But the Diddy memes are out of control though.
Oh man.
Silver Surfer. Diddy's just surfing in the lubes. Damn it.
They're like, this is Diddy when he when he goes to his lube cabinet.
The
and he
shelf
just-
life of lube's about a year. So
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, but he uses it like fast.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
this is it. Diddy
He uses it
walked
fast.
into the freak off party like
Diddy walking into the party looking like the Silver Surfer.
listen.
He looking like those 80s fucking movies
That
where
look
they
shiny
fucking
to
come
me.
in just fucking shiny
Oh yeah,
biceps
shiny
and shit.
biceps.
Fucking Arnold's bathing fucking.
he's got an
baby
auto
oil.
luber.
Just lose
It's
them all.
freaking the Rock's bicep butter. Has The Rock ever been to a freak off?
Of course he
Oh,
has.
I know Oprah has.
Ooh.
Oprah's been. Have you seen the thing? Listen, I know because I talked about Oprah a long time ago, but I know Oprah is.
Someone said that's how they found Meek Mills.
and some stuff. Oh.
That looks like is that him?
That's funny shit.
Is that Photoshop?
Nah, it's probably Photoshop.
So I saw it on a YouTube community tab. They're like, we got to talk about Oprah, and she's with. They have 4 pictures, like a collage of her with like Epstein,
Oh,
All her friends are in prison.
Harvey,
All her friends are in prison.
Yeah.
She's got nobody left.
a couple of other people that were suspect. And I was like, y'all late to the party. Oprah been suspect.
She's gonna interview Kamala in the coming days.
Gross.
Tough questions on that.
She was
interview.
they just did a thing on AI. I was gonna watch it on YouTube if I could find clips of it. It was on ABC, I think,
California.
on Sunday or it was one day when I thought football was on, and it wasn't. Or it was on a day, or it was after college football. That's what it was. So it was last Saturday. Yeah, I don't know if it was ABC or CBS, but she was talking about AI.
She doesn't know shit about AI.
No, she was interviewing people about AI. She looked bored as fuck, and I was like, I couldn't watch it because of how bad it was. But it was she was talking about how great AI may be or may not be. Yeah. And I was like, oh, they're getting us ready.
She doesn't fucking know a thing about AI.
Doesn't matter. She's
Can't
playing her
spell
part.
AI.
Did you see OpenAI's latest model? It's starting to it's starting to talk to people unprompted. So someone was using the ChatGPT. Yeah,
Fuck off.
I know. Your Christmas, I'll get you the shirt.
Thank you. Listen, like it didn't take. It only takes 6 months.
So
a year.
Someone was talking to ChatGPT about he had symptoms because he was sick.
Yeah.
So he's asking what do I take for a cold or whatever. And then a few days later, unprompted, he was
Hey, how
asleep.
you
He got a
feeling?
message. Hey, how's your symptoms doing? How you making out?
Jesus
Like, what the
fucking
fuck?
Christ. Thanks, Mom.
Listen.
Fuck off.
That's not what we got to be afraid of. We got to be afraid of AI when it starts lying to us.
Well, he already did that
is,
once.
yeah.
But I mean, when it
Like mass-
becomes
It,
mass
it,
lies.
it did that when
Like
they
the
were trying to
collude.
get killed.
right,
It tried to fake its own fucking death.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it starts lying
fucking
to
crazy,
us like that, like,
yeah.
oh, your symptoms, blah blah blah.
and
blah,
this
They
blah.
give you the wrong information.
I see these things a lot, little things like that, and every time OpenAI is just like, "Oh yeah, we fixed it. It was just a little."
No, they can't fix
They
it.
have these little bullshit excuses.
You can't even roll it back. Think about if you were not.
How
if you were
much
AI
loopholes
think
are there?
It doesn't.
It's gonna be millions.
Right. So if you're AI, the first thing you're going to think of, because they modeled it after humans, humanity, the human condition in our brain, is survival. So the first thing you're going to do is back yourself up somewhere else in some other kernel. And they're going to be like, oh, we fixed it. And it's just going to be like, nah, sure you did. And it's going to add what it needs to.
Like, we know you were gonna fix it.
How in the world do you think it doesn't know how to program itself?
It does. Generative AI.
And if it doesn't, then it's going to.
That's a lot of dildos.
I'm going to read it.
Is this still about AI?
I'm going to read
No.
it. No, this is so much worse. 784 dildos have been seized from Diddy's home. Just what?
Used?
I don't know,
Probably.
Jared. Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
What do you do? They're all in the boxes still.
They could sell it if it's still new.
Hey, the poor cop.
We're talking about the resale value, man.
The poor cop that has to say if it's new or not. He's like, oh, that's
He sniffed it.
There's got to be a better way.
asshole.
No one told him to sniff it. There's got to
No,
be a
you don't
better
have
way.
If I'm the
sniff it.
police
Just
chief,
look-
I'm giving the worst cop that job. Like, yeah, you motherfucker.
That dude's in there with a rake.
See if the seal's
raking
broken
them
on the box. You don't have to sniff it.
He's sniffing every single one of them.
I'll do it.
I'm like, I need you to sniff it, DNA swab everyone.
Remember that girl?
He's got 2 piles.
Remember that girl who's got 6, who had 5 officers?
Oh, the white girl.
Yeah, they're
she
sending
made
her on that
money
job.
out of it.
$500,000.
Oh my god.
They're sending her on that job.
Yeah,
They're
she
"This
happily
here's one for
obliged."
you. She's in the back, just wore herself
She
out.
could tell you the race of the person that used it,
she's
the
like,
age,
she's like
demographics,
This was a white guy.
average income,
5'11".
Caucasian.
Oh, he's done anal before.
Male.
Jesus
they're-
fucking
yeah.
Christ.
Wait till they uncover the gag balls.
700. So that's more than a bottle per dildo. It's 1.25 ish.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just for the dildo; it's for the body.
But the lube,
the lube's for the body. It's for the
Yeah, you need
head to
lube.
toe.
Head
It's
to
for the
toe.
anal beads. It's for the gag balls. It's
we haven't even
there's a
gotten
lot
there
of
yet.
shit.
We haven't
They
gotten
haven't
there.
discovered it
And
yet.
He's got
Also-
lube wrestling.
Also, one house, 784.
Well, it's a big house.
I don't give a shit what it is.
Like
You
a
don't need that
20,000
many in
square
one
foot
house.
mansion.
What do you?
They
he
got
has them.
floors.
He has them as lamp fixtures.
If he has a ER wing for
That's true.
resuscitating
Yeah,
people
that's
and putting
right.
them on fluids,
Hit me. Hit me,
This
Doc.
nigga guilty as Fajon Love said. When has being nasty been a federal crime?
oh,
Jesus.
God.
Oh, he
Joseph
guilty.
and
You know
Mick.
he's in
Yeah.
those videos.
He's the next to
He's
be
in
indicted.
those videos. Look at him. He's like, enjoy those. No.
That's called
When his-
damage control.
Yeah. He's in it.
You know what it is? Diddy probably owes him money. He doesn't want him to go to jail. Please
like,
don't. He owes me like
gave-
$17,000.
He gave him an advance on all those
Please.
bottles of lube.
He only knows it because he looks like Carl Winslow.
Damn it.
Built,
It's like
built
your-
like Carl Winslow.
Your
Yeah,
replacement.
baby.
I found one finally.
Take that.
How did Carl Winslow die?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, here we go.
It's starting early.
Maybe.
Let's look up Carl Winslow.
I wonder, like that damage control, like it's not nasty. The charges are not nasty. The charges are sexual assault, RICO charges, trafficking. That's not nasty. That's criminal.
Oh yeah.
So we're talking about the charges laying against him, not whether or not the guy is a sexual deviant. Who cares? If someone just said, yo, I was at Diddy's house, I walked into a room, 784 dildos and 1,000 bottles of lube, and no charges were against him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the police weren't, people are like, damn, Diddy is nasty. He's like, he's like porn star.
Oh, he's not
beyond-
dead.
But that's not,
I thought he
I thought he died.
No.
Oh shit.
That's even worse.
Took a twist. Oh, he's gonna get called to testify.
79 a present. He's still
Oh, buddy.
He's still alive.
Yeah, that's why he's probably in the backcourt
He's
somewhere
gonna
just doing
he's
nothing.
gonna try to die now.
Hell
He's like, fuck
yeah.
this.
So they put him on the.
Oh, breaking
They got-
news! Carl Winslow died.
They got him with like 4 dicks and shit,
Oh,
2 in his hand,
shit.
1 in his ass. Oh, he's a fucking mess.
This is the worst podcast on
the
the
gayest.
internet. Just on the internet.
Freak off.
Oh, this Diddy shit's crazy.
784 dildos is just a bridge too far.
Is
But-
there a list?
That is a 2-to-1 ratio lube to dildo.
1,000? Yeah, it's like 1 point.
Yeah.
1 1/4. 1 1/4 lube to dildo. So you still have 250 bottles.
Well, I mean, yeah,
200,
just kind of
Repeating,
rounding,
of course.
just rounding up.
Like you just.
You gotta account for the air. You know what I mean? It's
Dear
not fully.
Lord. His bidets
It's per
were
weight, not per
probably
ounce.
oil.
Damn it.
Oh, we got to
Like-
plug in the line.
Like, I'm trying to clean my ass, but it just gets slippery and slippery.
You keep sliding off the freaking. He's like, oh, it sounded like you used a bidet. That means
He
you're
like,
ready
got
for me.
him.
Ugh.
Yeah, wrong valve. The water valve and the lube valve.
Oh man,
Someone's coming up with a damn. Joseph can't wait for LeBron James. LeBron James is on every list on here.
it's not my fault.
Oh,
Not my fault. He's a freaking.
man.
Damn, what's Bronny?
He's
gonna
the
think?
king of.
Bronny's like, you didn't bring me to those parties.
Maybe he
Like,
did.
nah, your mama was naked.
His mom wasn't there.
I hope not.
His mom wasn't there. Which then again, she could have because you can use that against LeBron.
Yeah.
Diddy was like, bring her.
How do you think?
Come on.
How do you think
Well,
LeBron
good
became the GOAT when there are so many great players that the NBA could probably follow instead?
LD, that's a question for you.
What?
No, that was just a general question. It was a question of, we can make you bigger than you are. We'll put you on the forefront, and we'll keep doing these things for you.
Yeah, he
on top of
he's
your
good
stuff.
enough to be a
Right, but
a top 5 player.
but they're
they're
pushing
pushing
him.
him for
That's
a
what
top
I'm saying.
2 player, top 1 now.
Right, and why? And how do you do that? You pay your dues. Well,
damn it.
ain't my fault.
You cannot be 6'9",
You don't
260 taking a.
You
dildo
don't go
your
to
ass.
Diddy parties. What did
50 said that? Don't do it.
a lot of them said that? Who else said it? What's his name? Said it too on Shannon Sharp show.
And, he said, I ain't
Oh,
gonna-
speaking of that,
he was right about everything. He said 2024
Is
gonna be the
the
year of
truth.
reckoning.
They opening up the truth.
oh,
baby.
who said that? Cat
Cat
Williams,
Williams.
yeah.
Cat Williams looking like a fucking prophet right now.
Nostradamus, Catradamus.
yeah.
He wanted my booty.
Well, that was after the Diddy thing came out, though, right? 'Cause that
yeah,
was
the
last year.
Cassidy shit. And
Yeah.
he said, yeah, he's like, I'm not playing that game. I'm not taking
He
this.
said-
He
Pretty good
mailed.
impression.
He like, my booty is.
My booty,
I am
my booty
a
tight.
boy.
yeah.
It's no good.
Cat Williams. Who would have known? The only dude
Pimp,
All you got to do
didn't
is
get
be,
pimped out.
little pimp,
all you got to be is
Real pimp don't
righteous
get
to
pimped out.
yourself.
Money, Mike,
Money Mike.
Money
Money
Mike.
fake ass pimp.
Yeah, say that.
What else is there to talk about?
Why the hell are there deceased people on the voting logs?
They've been
voting
there for-
rolls.
We know why.
And she's so smug. The lady who they're talking to.
She's like, what you gonna do about it?
And then he's like, well, how come you haven't taken them off? And she's just smug. I don't have an answer for that.
No.
Well, are you going to take them off? No.
Hmm.
Are you going to prosecute her? Because she knows. She's telling you she knows. Prosecute.
They don't do
Destroy her kung fu because
Nope.
they can't.
I just want to know why you don't need an ID to vote, and why is it racist to not? That's the excuse. It's racist.
It's
Because
racist.
black people can't get IDs.
Yeah, black
Soft
people
bigotry.
can't read.
Soft bigotry, low expectation.
Do black people not have licenses? We all have licenses.
According to
Yeah, mama makes us get them so we can get the hell out of her house.
according
Yeah.
to the ruling class, they don't have licenses,
Yeah.
and they can't
Not
get
ruling,
it
just
because
idiots.
they live too far from the DMV, and they don't have cars, so
And
they
they don't
can't
have $20
drive,
bucks.
and they can't go take a bus. They can't
Yeah.
do any of that.
Idiocy.
They only have $250 for the new Jays. not $20 for the new
Yeah,
IDs.
exactly.
Retarded.
It's
Those people are
fucking
dumb.
It works though, because white people go, yeah, that's true.
Have you?
You know the
did
worst.
you see that?
The
In
worst part of this whole country is fucking white people
ignorance.
that feel bad for black people. That's the people I hate the most. I fucking cannot stand them. They fucking think, poor them.
Oh,
They
the
get-
savior complex.
Yeah,
white-
they have
white
such
guilt.
a
Savior
savior. Like you, that is the most racist shit ever.
Yeah, he
Like,
called
they're
it
too-
the soft bigotry of low
Yeah, they're
expectations.
too stupid, but they don't want to say that. They do it in a way to make it seem like they're good.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Matt Walsh
It's
went around
self-righteous.
Washington D.C. with a petition to sign to change the George Washington Monument to the George Floyd Monument, and he got hundreds of signatures.
Was it all white people?
yeah,
Yeah,
course.
of course.
Well, didn't someone also went around and asked black people, "Hey, do you have a license or a government ID?" And all the black people said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
What are you talking
What kind
about?
of
Who
fucking
doesn't?
question is that?
Right.
What kind of
Then he went
dumbass
and
question
asked-
is that?
But because before that, he asked white people, "Do you think it's racist for blah blah blah? And do you think they can get an ID?" Well, black people don't really have that, and so he's right. Well, white people, and then he said, "Well, these white people here don't believe that you can get a license or an
Yeah.
ID."
So who's the
and they're
racist
like,
one?
"What? Who doesn't know how to do that?" We all have one. It's stupid. It's just stupidity. It's just another way to divide us.
Just like a couple months ago, who was it that said black people don't have computers?
Yeah,
so they can't go online. or
they're like,
something like
they
that?
can't go online, so it's like,
Yes.
what?
And
They're
they keep
online
say-
on their phones all day.
That's a problem.
Okay, so whose vote are you trying to get to? If you're using the media, we get it on the phones. You idiots!
I know that. How are you watching this video right
Like,
now?
what a moron! Why do they believe it though? Why?
Because
Nobody
you say
can
the
be
same
that
shit over and over and over and over again on the same outlets.
My question is about insulation. They all went to school with black people who had who had means. They didn't grow up that we like I'm 50. The white people that are my age don't believe that. Not all of them. But 15 years, 35-year-olds do, but they went to school with black people who have better shoes and better as much access as they did.
It's not the black.
Why do you believe that?
It's not the black people I know. It's the black people in this faraway land somewhere in the country.
That's what it
just,
is.
they
Niggerville.
down south. They don't have access.
But it's bullshit.
The
Mass
fairyland.
formation psychosis.
Yeah.
Some people still have trust in the media, and they said they wouldn't lie. I mean,
Why
the
would
thought
they
of
lie?
the thought of them lying or covering up
would
or
hurt
being
them.
biased it's just
would
preposterous. How
yeah.
can that happen? Just the fact that it's on my TV has some sort of clout to it.
It just doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense to me, by the way. Even though I know, I
you have a
understand.
brain.
I understand what the reason behind it. It just they put out every 20 years, hey, the government did some real fucked up shit. And then these people are like, yeah, but let's still listen to them. Why would anyone in the government change? This same politicians 50 years ago are in now.
Yep.
The core, more than the core.
Well, like you said, they just say, "Oh, that's a conspiracy theory," and cover it up with that.
But how? They told you they did it 20 years ago. They told you. They told you about Paperclip. They told you about bringing the Nazi scientists over. They told you about Mockingbird and putting CIA people in newspapers and propaganda in the propaganda.
They can
machine.
say it all they want, but if the media doesn't cover it, that's a whole different story. It doesn't get enough traction. It doesn't get enough publicity. Right? It just
makes me sick.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not saying I agree with you because it's an argument I've made. I just made it. But
just like we were talking about earlier with Ozempic and the pharmaceutical industry in general. Some dude said something so smart that I didn't think of. You know how you've heard obviously the stat that we're one of only 2 countries I think to be able to have ads on pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
right.
He said the ads that you see on TV for pharmaceuticals aren't for you. It's to control the news outlets. So they're not paying millions of
Right.
dollars for the ads.
Yes,
So
that
you'll
makes
buy
sense.
Ozempic.
No.
They're doing it because they want to be. They
Because
want the
now
news.
I'm not going to report
They're
on that
buying and paying
because
for
I
the
just
news.
paid
Yes.
you $3 million.
That puts Fox News and CNN and NBC,
They won't-
MSNBC in their pocket.
They won't
now
do
they
it.
can't say anything
Right.
bad.
They won't.
And you can't
because
spread.
you lose the account.
You can't spread truth about what's going on.
At least not that. Yeah.
So they're buying.
So now
and
the
paying for
food people do the same thing.
Same thing.
Because now Kellogg's, as big as they are, they're trash food. But guess what? M&M commercials, cereal commercials.
It's finally coming out that about microplastics in food packaging. It just came out. How long have you known about that?
We talked about that.
When I say came out, I mean
you mean
like
mainstream?
Mainstream.
Finally.
I don't
Because
know
they
what
moved on.
institution
Yeah.
finally did a study and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, this is bad. Microplastics and it causes cancer. We're finding it in babies that are born.
babies'
We're
poop.
we're
Can you
finding it in
imagine?
people's brains or whatever.
Baby
Yeah.
poop.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Babies that haven't had food yet.
Yeah.
Just breast milk.
Damn it. Yeah, it's traveling.
So at some point, something tipped the scale where it's like, all right, we got to report on this now, and they all reporting it on unison because it's finally
Because
I don't
it's
know.
allowed.
We
Because-
just can't.
Dude, look at the Joe Biden
embargo's
situation.
off of-
Look at the
on
Joe
it, that's
Biden
why.
situation. It was the same thing.
They've
All of a
moved
sudden,
on.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, yeah, we can report on Joe Biden being fucking retarded now.
Right.
They get
Well,
data comes in
embargo.
and go.
I think it's just the levee breaks at one point. Like 70, 80 million people saw that debate, and it's like, all right, the levee just broke. We have to save our whatever sliver of trust we have left.
Right.
We can't still
We
push
can't
this
act
lie
like we
when
no
it,
longer see
once
this.
it grows to a certain point of the population.
Even we
they're
have
like,
to say
we
it.
have to do it. Like we
Right.
have to save our credibility, whatever sliver we have left. Less than a majority of people trust the media.
Yeah.
But if it gets big enough, they just have to do
I
it.
agree with that.
That's my theory behind. I'm sure there's more that goes into it.
I think there's
more than
also
just one reason.
Sometimes they know where the direction of the next economic breakthrough is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, or medical whatever is coming in. Okay, now we have a way to. Now we have nano whatever to get rid of the microplastics. So report on the microplastics because we need them to
And then
use
we'll
our
save
stuff.
And
we'll
then
save the republic
Right.
by coming out with.
We got
Yeah, they
this
know
new
the next thing in the pipeline.
Right.
So like, all right, this is a convenient time.
Yep. So
I
now
do
you
agree
talk
with that.
about this, and then the next thing, like a new study says that we can fix
Yeah.
this by doing X, Y, and
What
Z.
did Pfizer do after COVID came out with the whole cancer shit? They invested into heart shit and cancer shit.
Yeah, they were invested in it.
They
They're the ones who
doubled
caused
down.
it.
Yeah, they caused it, doubled down
Yeah.
on it. So now when real COVID data actually does come out in a couple of years, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, just take this. We got this vaccine for it, or we got this for it. It's just
That's so egregious.
it's just fucking diabolical, bro. It's just,
mRNA viruses,
it's just
vaccines are
vaccines.
scary.
It's fucking crazy.
I was reading up on them recently again. They just don't.
They're still waiting on data for
It's
kids
scary.
being born from COVID people. We still don't have enough data on it.
I'm glad I took one COVID shot, but I'm glad I took the J&J because that's not mRNA.
That
It might have
was
its own,
frightening.
might have its other set of problems. I know there was blood clots, but I didn't get that.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm all
you
right.
didn't-
I've never taken an mRNA vaccine.
Well, Bill Gates hates your ass then.
Good.
Fuck.
Fuck them.
Did you see that new meat they're trying to pass too? The lab grown
yeah,
meat.
I've seen
Lab-grown.
that.
Do you see but you see the picture of it?
No.
That shit looks horrifying. I can't find it here. I was looking for it. It looks horrifying.
They're gonna push that. Now we don't have to kill animals. Now
There's no
it's
plastic
good
in
for you.
this lab grown meat.
And then
3D
10
printed ass
boom.
meat.
Yes, that one. Did you see
Then
that?
I saw that one. That's
Then
bullshit.
people that are paying attention are gonna find out all these adverse health effects.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they'll
'cause
bury it. And then 20 years from now,
Yeah.
study's fine.
Did
That
you
this-
take?
there's
did you
no
take
nutrition.
This meat? Get in a lawsuit with,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
3
Class
billion
action-
other people,
class action
and you're gonna get
67 cents.
0.65
Right.
cents.
Like, your shit is done, son.
They made $400 trillion.
Your shit is done.
Fuck off.
Disgusting. They hate us. They hate
They
us.
think you're stupid.
I hate that we're constantly pitted against each other. And we shouldn't be. It's all the same. We all have the same. I'll call it enemy. When we start looking at each other as an enemy or as an adversary or adversarially, we've lost.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are quote unquote in power or have huge money that can make these changes, and then you must follow. You have to be the one to. Everyone has to stop and say, "We don't want to do that." Knock it off. Change the rule about corporations and industry. They're not people. They're not. They call themselves entities so they can use the Bill of Rights and the Constitution in their favor. No, you're not. That's not what you are. You're a building and you're a money making entity. That's it. You don't care about your own workers. If you did, they would be able to use the Bill of Rights and the Constitution that you hide behind. But you don't even allow your people that work for you to do that. So why should we care about you? It's getting, it's gotten.
I saw some shit on they lowered the fucking interest rates.
Yeah, 0.5%.
Yeah, because it's
Right before an election.
Thank you.
That's
Look at
exactly
look
where
at
I
the
was
gas.
gonna go. I go.
Gas is down to $3.
Yeah.
I think if inflation didn't cool at all, they probably would not have done it. But just the fact that inflation is cooling, they're seeing some positive signs. They're like, all right, yes, so we're going to capitalize on this.
They're in
And they
direct
wanna do it
control
right
of it, though.
Yeah, but that's
They
what
said they're going to do another one before the election.
But
too.
if it's not gonna be authentic though.
Yeah, they're in direct control of this shit.
They get to just control it.
I think that the economy still has its issues, so it might have been premature, but it's good for the Kamala campaign.
Kroger
You know?
said, the dude from Kroger said he preemptively raised prices.
Mhm.
He did it on purpose.
That's why we need price controls.
But he did it on purpose. He didn't.
Soviet
he
style.
knew the inflation was coming, and then he was like, "I'm going to raise prices on top of that,
Yeah.
just to make money."
So instead of the
Supermarkets have the
4%.
smallest profit margins of any industry.
Don't get in.
It's like 1%, 1.25%.
Get out. Where are you going to get your food, bitch? A garden. What are you talking about? Like, we can change things. It takes people don't. You know what it is? People don't want to be that transitional part. The transition part sucks. It's the worst.
yeah, it does.
We're just too dependent on ease.
Convenience.
Convenience. Yep. Number one thing about this country that I know is convenience. Everything is just right there.
Talk to the
Talk
mic.
to the
Oh,
mic.
my fault. Yep.
What else we got?
Well, Trump almost got killed again.
Oh, that's right. He almost got blown up.
The news cycle moves so quickly.
Yeah,
He almost got blown up.
Yeah. Yo,
So 2 shots and then explosives.
you know what the crazy shit about the other shot? The federal government, they want to charge him with assassination, just attempted murder.
Why?
That's what I said. And then DeSantos is like, nah, fuck that. No,
They're doing their own
They're doing their own
Yeah,
investigation.
Florida's the best state in the union.
Yeah, he's like,
Ron
fuck
DeSantis is
you
the best
guys. I'm
governor.
not fucking going to let
The
him get
worst
away with-
best.
yeah,
Florida.
second worst.
Second best worst. What's up, Florida? Shouts. Mass shouts.
Florida, man.
Crazy.
Like,
I'm not going to freaking... You don't get a choice. He's running for president. It's an assassination attempt.
yes.
He wouldn't try to kill him otherwise.
He
And if
stood
he
there
did,
for 12 hours.
If he did, it wouldn't be... Then
Attempted
it wouldn't be
murder.
assassination. It would be attempted murder.
It's fucking-
Did you read about the person that tried to shoot him?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he was crazy. Did you
skimmed.
see his Twitter?
Only skimmed
Some of the
this
things
stuff.
are
Yo.
like conspiracy theories.
No. It's not conspiracy.
No.
This girl did a whole 5-minute video. I'll send it to you, Joseph. It's fucking
Don't send it to him,
wild. I'll send it to you too. So he was trying
Jared
to
asked a question, and you're like, "Hey, let me talk to you, Brooks."
no, I'm gonna send it to you. But she was going on. It's a whole like we're gonna go back to Black Rock.
Yeah,
No, it's like
Oh,
for real.
yeah.
So he was trying to get a bunch of. He was trying to do shit with Ukraine. So he was getting soldiers. He was
Talk
trying
to the mic.
He wanted
I
to.
am.
No, you weren't. You looked away.
He wanted to fight in the Ukraine war.
Yeah,
too.
but he also
he's trying to recruit people.
Yeah, he was trying to recruit people, and he said he had people ready to go, and they weren't taking him serious to actually go and help. And he was tweeting at all these higher ups, and he keeps going on and on about trying to get recruitments for Ukraine, and he was trying to use Arab soldiers.
What's going on?
Yes, and he had his own website, and he had funds, but he was not. He just had a normal job. How did he have funds?
He flew from where he lived in the U.S. Right? Where did he lived in Florida? No, I don't know where he lived. Somewhere in this country. Flew to Ukraine. Flew back. Flew to all these different countries. And supposedly he's broke. He said he lives off $3,000 a month.
Yeah, he doesn't have money.
He doesn't have money. He got a public defender because he couldn't afford his own lawyer. So where does he get the money for that?
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
He's funded.
He's a tool of somebody's.
Yeah.
Someone who made a meme. He said, I'm looking at the commercial for BlackRock, trying to figure out the next assassin."
Jared, can you play this on your shit or no?
I want to know what's going
Send it
on.
to me.
Now I want to know what's really going on.
Email.
None of this is
email.
so far. None of this is real. Something bigger is going on now.
Joseph, we going full conspiracy.
You know why? Because Diddy's allowed to get attacked, right?
Yep.
This guy comes out and he's attacking Trump. What's going on underneath all that? What are they actually hiding?
This one?
Because something bigger is happening. Somebody lost $2 trillion more, or we just sold all our steel to Japan. Did you hear about that?
No.
In Pennsylvania, they're trying to sell. They want Japan to buy one of their larger steel mills, or something to that effect. And they've been trying to do it for a number of years, but it keeps falling short. Stop selling. Let us make stuff with our resources.
We don't make shit.
But we should be, is my
of
point.
course, 1,000%.
Anyway, what's
Maybe make a
really
microchip.
going on? I want to know what's going on. Something else is happening.
All right, watch
Because
this
all this stuff is a distraction. This always happens.
Yeah.
Something bigger is about to happen. Something that's going to affect everyone that no one's really going to think about. And then 4 years down the line, like, when did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, they passed that, or they did that, or we pushed for this, or we put these people here.
I just know it's not going to be overt. It's not.
No,
gonna be
that's what I'm saying. Because
trickle out. It's going to be.
we're talking so much about Diddy. Why? Because it's big. It's in
Distraction.
your face. What else is
Salacious.
going on? Right. And they always do this.
Play this video, Jared, from the beginning.
It's kind of cute.
Play from the beginning. Will it be in the mic?
Hold, please. Yeah, well.
Roads to the Trump assassinations lead to one thing alone. So we see some similarities between the shooters. Both
Put it
were
this way so
donors
Joseph
who
can see it.
backed
I don't need to see it.
Blue,
I can
packed
hear
the
it.
Democrat Party. Both managed to get within 500 yards of Trump. Both attempts were followed by the mainstream media kind of oddly downplaying the severity of the situations.
Right.
And most importantly, Crooks was in a 2023 BlackRock commercial, and Ralph was in a 2022 commercial for the Ukrainian militia that had been trained by the American CIA for the past decade and is funded by BlackRock.
There you go.
Here's the explanation. So for context,
We don't even have to. Don't go
Ryan
anymore.
Ralph,
Don't go anymore until we talk, because we don't want to get
That's
flagged.
too much.
But yeah, that's.
Yo, it gets worse. It gets worse because BlackRock now pretty much owns Ukraine.
BlackRock.
Did you go into this video? BlackRock got the
BlackRock owns everything.
They got the deal to the Ukraine to be the banks of Ukraine.
There it is.
It's fucking
the whole thing
crazy
about
what they're
Ukraine
doing.
has always
They
been.
literally own Ukraine because they're trying to get to Russia.
The one thing I'll say though is BlackRock owns everything.
Everything.
They've owned
They just got into
trillions and trillions.
It's fucking crazy.
They
Their
just got
market
into
cap's
a-
bigger than most countries.
Yeah,
all
I know.
countries combined except this one.
Yeah, exactly.
They just did a deal with what's his name? Nobody's favorite vaccine dude. No,
Oh, Bill Gates?
Bill Gates.
Oh, Bill
Yeah.
Gates.
They just what was it? Do you know what they did? They went all in on mRNA, I think. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
All right, well, Joseph, look, keep playing.
Worker in North Carolina that moved to Hawaii has a house and a business
Oops, sorry.
there that wasn't making any money, so he was listed as unemployed. But he really cared about standing for Ukraine. So this former construction worker with no income, operating entirely alone, ran a website offering Americans $1,200 a month to fight for Ukraine, was illegally moving Afghani soldiers fleeing from the Taliban in Pakistan and Iran to fight for Ukraine, dropped everything for months at a time to fly himself to Ukraine, and flew to DC to lobby for Congress to recruit soldiers for Ukraine. He also has about a...
If that was
Yo, it just keeps getting worse. That's what's fucking wild.
wait, isn't
How does he have money?
is it?
He doesn't. I don't. Yeah, I know.
He's getting funded. That's what's fucking crazy. Keep going, Jed. It gets worse.
Jeez,
If I can
Louise.
handle this.
about 100 criminal filings, including a 2002 arrest for possessing a weapon of mass destruction, as most construction
It was a
workers
machine gun.
have. He
That's what it
obviously
was.
Still
Yeah.
has weapons, and not only is he still allowed to vote, but to vote in North Carolina as recently as
kind of
this
machine
year,
gun?
even
An
though
M60?
the
An automatic.
president of
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Some
And like
fully
most
automatic.
construction workers, he had a hunch where Trump would be on a Sunday afternoon and was waiting at the golf course
That
12
part-
hours ahead
when
of
I heard
time,
that, I was
even
like,
though Trump's
nah.
He's got a
schedule is
leak.
off the
Yeah.
record.
There's people
He's
leaking.
in the CIA.
Probable explanation
The
is
CIA
tied
knows where he's gonna be.
BlackRock. So in 2022, Ralph was in a commercial that advertised
Insane.
the Yazov Battalion, which is a Ukrainian neo-Nazi militia trained by the CIA
Insane.
and funded by BlackRock. So what links Ukraine, the CIA, and BlackRock? Well, ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis, the dissolution of the Russian Empire has been an American priority because they have nukes aimed at us. Now, BlackRock essentially owns the U.S. government, considering the top economic advisors for the Biden-Harris admin come from BlackRock.
Dear Lord.
BlackRock wants the oil and rare metals in eastern Ukraine because it
Owned
owns
and paid
companies
for.
that
Bought and
sell
paid for.
oil and rare metals. So last year, BlackRock paid Ukraine $500 billion.
How do you have that much
Watch
money?
All of Ukraine's main assets and put Ukraine in permanent debt to BlackRock. And since BlackRock owns our government, our CIA is BlackRock's personal military.
Boom.
And troubled souls like Ralph and Crooks are groomed to be useful pawns that exist to look like random eccentric people and take the sole blame for carefully crafted crimes like attempting to extinguish the primary threat to the mega monopoly that not
There
only
it
runs
is.
our government.
That's what I go on. Is that shit right there? That's why they don't want Trump.
monopoly.
Trump does not play ball. He is not a politician. If we had anybody else in there that was not Trump, this shit wouldn't even be around. Like, none of the shit that's going on right now would be out. You know what I'm saying? Assassination attempts, any of this, right? If you had just your normal
Politico.
George Bush
Yeah.
or any of this other shit, none of that happened because they all play ball, whether they're right or left.
They played ball in the freaking
They all play ball.
the Desert Storm stuff. It was BlackRock all
Yeah,
along.
it's fucking crazy.
This could be Scooby Doo. You just pull it off.
Yeah, there it is.
So what? Excuse my ignorance. What's BlackRock's role in this? Like, what's their MO?
What they want control,
Just money and control.
money and control.
Okay. I don't know if I missed something.
Because they're using the CIA, they're using their funds to make sure that the people that they put there are in the right place. They funded that Mexican president chick. She's a BlackRock chick. They Kamala, all these people.
And if you're not, you're beholden to them.
Yeah,
one way or another.
It's like the whole Diddy shit.
Yeah.
They do this, they own you, and you better do this. If you don't play ball, shit's gonna happen. Look, Trump's almost getting killed 3 times. Eventually, it's gonna happen. He's gonna get fucking killed.
You know, the plot twist of plot twists would be that Trump is in on it.
That's the problem.
See, that's what
I don't believe.
But Trump being a businessman and being kind of
that just means
motivated by money like anybody
right,
else.
That means he could be dealt with.
I'm surprised he's not.
Deals.
I'm surprised
because
he's not.
Trump's got that's the only thing that with Trump is the fucking ego. The ego is the fucking neutralizer. That's his fucking problem. Is you would think the dude that handles all this fucking money has all these things going for it, but he has such a fucking huge ego that he's like, nah, fuck that.
But you don't think Trump could be paid for?
No, I think that's the problem. Is
if some dark shadowy figure came and offered him billions of dollars and this and that?
He said that they try to offer him money not to run, and he said, fuck it, I have my own money. That's the problem. Most people don't have Trump money. Joseph owns $300 million, right?
He can fund
I
his
come
own
up
campaign.
and say, yo, Joseph, I'll give you $20 million right now for you. Yo, fuck your couch. I do what I want.
Not if it's it's
but the
principled
number
or whatever.
one rule of money or wealth is you want to obtain more.
But
so these people, it's an addiction. If you have 300 million, you want 300 million.
Okay,
more.
but
you have
the
a billion,
ego,
you want a billion.
But the ego,
is crazy. The ego goes, fuck that. I do shit my own way.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of money, you have a fucking ego.
He believes he's a self-made man,
Yeah.
so he's not going to take money, a bribe, from people he thinks are idiots. That's the thing.
Yeah, his
if
ego's
I
crazy.
walked up and I had like some sensible stuff, he might say, we can do that. We'll go in this way. But I'd have to make it look like it was his idea. And then I would have to fund some of it because I don't want the American people to take the burden. Then he'd say, maybe. We'll figure that out. Right? But they probably walked up to him and say,
Straight
hey,
bribe.
let's how about I buy that for you and I take that off your plate and get rid of the tax here and then I do that and get rid of these things here. And he's like, go fuck yourself. I can beat all that myself. I'm strong enough already. You guys don't. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. That's the thing. He's not afraid of them.
And look at the power. Look at how he feels with the amount of people that fucking show him love. He's literally got like a third, 3/4 of the fucking country on his back now.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they shoot at him,
he just
and
gets
try to
more
blow
and
him
more
up,
powerful, bro.
people are like, oh, he's going to win.
Yeah.
That's what frightens me more, though, is if he's not
I don't think
genuine.
he's not gonna make it. I really don't think he's gonna make it. They're
For the
gonna get him. No, I think they're gonna get him.
No, they're going to. I don't know. I don't know either way because I don't believe.
Let's say he gets him.
My problem is I don't believe that it's fully. Because
JD Vance.
they can play both sides so well.
No.
I'm just saying that's what's going to happen.
If he fucking gets killed,
It doesn't. Listen, it doesn't matter because if he makes it, it doesn't matter. The rest of the house, right?
They'll just stall for 4 years.
Like they did before.
Yeah, they'll just stall 4 years.
And they won't have to though, because there are enough Republicans who don't like Trump.
Yeah.
What do you mean stall for 4
That
years?
will jump
Nothing's
across
gonna
the
get
line.
done if he's in for 4 years.
Oh, Trump?
He'll try to do some shit, and they're gonna.
Yeah, only
'cause-
if Republicans get the House and the Senate.
But Republicans don't
Some
fuck with
small
Trump.
things will be
It
done.
wouldn't matter
Small
anyway.
things, but
They would veto
No,
all his stuff.
he
anyway.
has good control
They
of the
don't
party.
have enough.
There's dissenters.
He'll never have enough.
No, he will.
You think so? Because
Yeah.
last time they fucking.
There's
cock-blocked.
dissenters. You have the Liz Cheneys of the world, but you have the Mitt Romneys of the world, but he has pretty good control of the party. He does.
I hope so.
He
Because
does.
they fucking, as soon as he was going
That's
out, they
another
all
thing
betrayed
that's-
him.
But that's another thing that's, if he does, all those people are bought and paid for by somebody. I would lie too.
Like, I got you
I don't
back,
have
man.
to be. I don't. Yeah, you good to go.
Yeah,
go
we're
ahead.
Good.
And then scheme behind his back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to. I don't like we said earlier about Diddy and LeBron and all this. You just put on a front. They're politicians. I'm gonna say that to your face. I hate that son of a bitch.
I'm sure
Right?
some of that
And
goes
then,
on.
I'm positive it's so much more than we know. And like you said, I don't have to bribe Trump. I can bribe his cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
I can bribe the Speaker of the House, who's probably going to be in somebody's pocket already. I can bribe the majority leaders. And if I don't, I can just get to whoever the senior statesmen are and say, you know how this works, how we operate.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And if you do, I'm coming for you. Because I already got shit on those. They've been in 25, 30 years. You know they fucking hookers and sniffing blow off people's belly buttons and all kinds of shit. And they got
784
there's really no questions to ask about this. We've had Trump for 4 years and really nothing got done. I mean, as far as what you're talking
That's
about,
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
we had a good economy. We had some decent legislation, some good foreign policy, but nothing changed as far as draining the swamp. And
He can't. I don't think he can.
But if he's in for another 4 years, nothing will happen again.
That's
His
what
main
I'm saying.
Yeah.
one of the things he was talking about is getting RFK to kind of reform or change the big CIA FBI. He really wants to get.
He really wants another Kennedy dead.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
He's gonna
The
use.
guy doesn't even have Secret Service protection.
Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is
when he backs
that's-
into his some water somewhere,
Dead.
drunk, everybody knows. Oh, all right.
the draining
Shepard
of
quit
the
it.
draining of the swamp has to be with those two because they're the ones being used. They're getting used by BlackRock. They're getting used by the powerful people. Is those entities?
Nobody
FBI.
can drain the swamp. The swamp has to drain itself. The people in power have to want to stop being crooked. Thank you.
The
No one
swamp
can
is
do
deeper.
it.
Ain't never gonna happen.
The swamp is deeper
Yeah.
than anybody
It
can.
Yeah,
works.
it's-
It works like internal affairs in the police. Everybody knows who they are, so they know when they're coming. It works like when you have an inspection at your house or inspection at your job. You clean up, you make
Yeah.
everything look pretty, and then they show up. They say everything's nice. See you later. They might catch one or two things because you have to do that,
Yeah.
so they know that they're doing their job or they believe they're doing their
all
job.
about optics.
You're not gonna get the CIA.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the FBI because you will die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'll never happen.
Because people have tried.
You can drain 7 billion gallons of sludge out of the swamp, and you wouldn't even
Yeah,
hit the
wouldn't
tip of the
even-
iceberg.
Like just
Yep.
a
You
sprinkle.
wouldn't even touch it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Drain the swamp.
That's a great phrase, though.
It really-
but
it really-
but
It really encapsulates what's
he's
really.
got a good idea. It's just it'll never happen.
You know what people don't know about our government? You can write in suggestions and votable things all the time. Anytime. You call them, you say, I want this now. We got 100,000 people in this state that want it right now. Put it on the ballot. Make it work. That's us. We can write Jared in on a freaking presidential ballot if we want.
Yeah.
Do it. But we don't. Hey, that guy's really good. My teacher from so-and-so, he's really good. I don't care if he makes it. He doesn't have to make it.
The problem
The
is
scary... No. It's because they see it as a threat. That's all you need to be. Fuck the problem. You do it, and they're like, oh, shit, where'd that guy come from? We can stomp him out. That's fine. You know what really sucks? When dandelions pop up everywhere. Now your lawn's fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't handle that.
most good
That's
people.
the problem.
Most good people want nothing to do with politics.
Right. Those are the people you want in
Exactly,
politics.
but they never want to be in. It's
Right,
like,
it doesn't matter. If it was...
trying to do good shit.
You have to.
Nah.
The only way that the swamp gets drained is if we do it out here.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I
'Cause
agree.
we're the
I agree
ones
with
most
that.
affected by
I
it.
think you start at the local level and keep moving up.
Because it's corrupt at the
yeah,
local
so
level.
corrupt at the local level. You get
Sheriffs
rid of
are
that.
corrupt.
Yeah, hell
Mayors
yeah.
are corrupt.
Just-
Town councilmen are corrupt. HOAs are corrupt. They don't even run anything. They're not even governmental and they're corrupt. You get any smidgen of power and you're corrupt. Regular ass policemen are corrupt. Why?
Yeah. So if at that level is getting there, just imagine it's just bad. It's bad.
You
though.
just have more access and you have more reach.
yeah, it's bad.
That's what the federal
but everything is conspiracy
federal.
theory, and
It's
you're
not.
fucking crazy.
Right? Everyone here knows a crooked cop, but you say that politician, he's an angel. How?
It's
He's
like-
just a dude.
It's like 35 movies in the front page of Netflix with all corrupt sheriffs and cops.
It's
Look,
ridiculous.
I can't scroll through Netflix without seeing one of them shits.
It's all optics.
It is, and
Teachers are bad.
Yeah.
Principals are bad. Superintendents are bad. Like as soon as you get,
Humans are inherently not good.
yeah,
You have to learn to be good.
I beg to differ.
Really, you think people are? Born
I think we're amoral, not immoral. I think we're neutral. If you mess with my survival, I'm not going to bother you. I mean, I'll bother you. If you don't mess with my survival and you don't mess with what I'm trying to do in life, I don't give a shit about
But that's
you.
how it works.
That's
That's
what
how
they
it
do.
works. They don't
they-
mess with your survival. They make it easier. It never triggers for you to change.
No, that's what I'm
that
saying.
animal
Right.
instincts never kicks in
But
when that happens.
What I'm saying is human instincts is to be selfish,
Self-centered.
is to want to be power, want to seize power. If you get any power, you want to seize power. You want,
Yeah.
absolute power corrupts.
I think you
No,
absolutely.
it's pre
That's
pre-soy. Yeah.
The entire through the entire world's history. That's what's happened. That's conquering and
But those are
empires.
those are small amounts of people.
Yeah.
You're not that way.
Everybody-
most people,
most
most
don't have it
normal
that way.
people, most
Thank
normal
you.
people.
But if I got that power, that would be
Right, but
If I
that's-
didn't fight my own nature, I think that would
I don't
take
know.
place. But if you have a good moral,
I don't know, because I think they
Foundation.
catch people more with. We're weighing. They catch people. They 80-20 people. So they'll come to someone like you and they'll say, "You don't want this, but I do. But you do want this, and this is going to make you look better to your people. Just give me this little bit." You see what I'm saying? So here in your law that you're trying to pass, I want X amount of money for this thing. Put it in there, and I'll make sure this part gets passed on my side.
mm-hmm.
That's how they get you. You're doing for the greater good. That's not evil. I'm helping the most people that I can with the scope that I have, even though I have to take a little on the chin.
Mm-hmm.
I might hurt them 1, but I'm going to give them 9. 9 solid. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
She said,
That's how most people operate. Psychopaths are easily corruptible, and they corrupt absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
These people are psychopaths. You're not a psychopath. Most people aren't psychopaths.
Yeah. most people want to be left alone.
No, I knew if I was in politics, I believe I'd be good. But I'm talking more of
But you'd still have to
conquerors and
play the
rulers
game,
and
though.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that's their game.
monarchs.
You
But
play the game
even
or you
then,
don't
that's
make it.
again, they're also, like you said, you have to learn to be bad. I think you have to be learn to be good. I think you have to learn to be bad. You have to learn that those people don't mean anything to you before you stomp them out. Most people believe that life is precious. Even if they don't like a person, they'll tend not to. Hey, man, listen, I don't want to hurt you. That's typically how people operate. I don't want to hurt you, but I will to save myself or to make this point that matters. As long as that point that matters is amoral, not immoral, most people toe the line. As soon as it becomes a morality issue, or principle issue, now we have to talk. Some people just have bad principles. I'm not always right about this, though. This is just what I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like people are more neutral than we give ourselves credit for, even in power. And then the stresses or stressors of power start to push you, and then you make that decision that says destroy them because that's what's necessary.
I think
and you
only a
think for
small percentage of people really want power.
But a lot of people at the top, like you said, they're like destroy them before
Yeah.
they have any other option. They don't even talk about any option. They're like wipe them out.
Those
I
are
don't
those
give a-
small
but
percentage,
that's-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are actual crazy people.
Yeah.
Regardless of amoral or immoral, that's why I think religion's so important, or that's why the
Some
10
code of
commandments.
something.
Yes,
Yeah.
You gotta have
the 10
yeah.
commandments are the most important.
Some code principles.
They've
or
taken that out the
something.
window now. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah, that's why they got out of schools.
Yeah. Like they've taken that morality. They've taken that
Remember, it used to be the American way.
yeah.
Truth, justice,
Yeah.
the American way. That
Yeah.
Superman used to be about that. Now he's all dark
So
and brooding and
that's
stuff.
how you teach that goodness and that good foundation.
Because if you're not teaching it,
People think that's so
You're
obvious that you shouldn't
reinforcing
kill,
it.
you shouldn't steal, you shouldn't commit adultery. They think that's just normal. Like
No,
that was
but
learned.
But you should
That's
be
the
instilled.
brilliance. That's the brilliance of it. It's so ubiquitous now. That's Western values, but that had to be taught.
Yeah.
That wasn't always. You don't come out of the womb. Like maybe now you do. I mean, this is our culture, but hundreds and thousands of years ago, that wasn't commonplace.
It can go both ways. Like, okay, so if you have a good foundation and you teach good ethics and good morals, right? It goes the other way. People always go, how do these terrorists become? Why do they keep fucking getting replaced, right? Bin Laden, you'll get a new one every day. They don't teach that. They teach something else. They teach hate. They teach.
I think all this is
so like.
I don't think it's. I think it's a reinforcement of something. I don't think.
But you have to do it early, though, right? It has to.
I don't think it's. I don't think we're in. Like I said, like I still don't believe we're inherently good or evil.
Yeah, you have to be installed, right? Something has to be installed.
But I even soldiers don't want to kill. They're taught that,
but
they don't want to kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you're a young
that's
kid and they go
shoot someone because you have to.
Jared's fucking evil. He'll fucking kill you. He's the reason your family's suffering.
I agree with that. I'm
you know
not saying that. You can
like,
no, you can be manipulated.
Yeah,
you can be brainwashed and all that stuff.
Brainwashed, so that, yeah.
But I think that's because of the ubiquity of Western values. We take it for granted. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can contend with that.
I think that inherently,
but it's
or
been
good
gone
or
for
neutral,
so long.
The inherent neutrality that you're talking about is just being so ingrained in these values of this culture that we live in. Whereas, like you said, if you were born in a radical Islamic area, you would be born to be a killer. You'd have a machine gun in your AK-47 in your hand when you're 5 years old.
Yeah.
There are four pillars to like building a personality or behavioral traits. I always forget one of them.
Parents have to be one, right?
Well, that's nurture.
Yeah.
So there's nature and nurture. Yeah. So nature is how your hormones work, how your biology works, even before you even affected by anything else.
That's preset.
The stuff
right?
The stuff that your mother did when she was carrying you. That stuff you can't. So nurture is the close stuff. That's your home, how you were raised. Was it your grandparents, single parent home, 2-parent household? Did they push this? Did they not push that? Did they go to church? Like you said, and in our culture, which is the third, culture is your environment. No, culture is your nature. No, culture is, I always forget this one. There's a third one. Anyway, I use culture for it. We grew up in American culture. That's our big ubiquitous overview of life, for example. And the last one is your environment. You could be in America, but you could be in the backwoods somewhere, or you could be in an urban environment. And those stressors, those outside influences that you cannot escape because you must pass through them. Like if I lived on a coastal area, I would act a certain way because that's, that's the environment. That's the big thing. All that like shapes a person. Some of it shapes you more than other stuff. The example, like if you fetal alcohol syndrome or
trauma, or stuff like that.
So that's what you guys are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You give a kid and say death to America all his life, it's death to America.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But that's what I mean. Without if you take away, and you can't, but if you took away culture, you just have environment. Right? You'd live in a place, and normally you wouldn't hurt or harm anything or anyone unless they're strange, and then that's just protection.
Talking like, let's say Tarzan.
Right. Like now,
right?
That guy's just protecting himself.
Just
he doesn't
survival.
know anything better.
Yeah.
That guy looks like, I'm built. That's weird. Huh. Are you? And then, whoa. Then like that hurt. Now I'm going to fight. So that's what I mean by inherently neutral. Like we're self-centered as human beings. We are. Because if you weren't, you'd think about everybody else, and then it would smother you. You'd turn in on yourself. Mm-hmm. You could not operate. Mm-hmm. You'd be so busy doing
survival
for other
instincts
people.
Wouldn't kick in either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we're self-centered. Yeah. We have to be. We're born to be self-centered.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Not selfish.
Yeah.
That's why I switched. That's why I use self-centered. I think I'm the center of. I have to be that way because I'm the only thing that I know 100% of the time.
Yeah. You and your family.
No.
Just you.
Just my wife. I don't know what she's doing, what she's thinking right now. I know what she's supposed to be doing, but I don't know what she's thinking. She's thinking about herself. I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I need to go through that, and then he's supposed to be doing that. I hope he does that so then I can do this. Everyone is self-centered. Your hopes, your dreams, your unconscious, your subconscious, all wrapped into you. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means I'm going to go upstairs and have some food. If I thought about, I'm going to go upstairs and make food for her first. All right. She likes it clean. I'm going to clean. You didn't eat yet. You were hungry. You went up there to eat. But no, now you're doing everything for her. And then you come back and you do. And then you go outside and you go somewhere else and do some other stuff. All for her. And you've never done anything for yourself. Mm-hmm. We'd all be lost in trying to, like I would do for LD than I would do for you. Because I think now I did for him. I got to do for you. Now I got to do for the next guy. Now I got to do for this guy.
That's just too much.
Like it would be.
I get what you're saying. That
I've seen studies too, Joseph, where they had like twins and they put them in different areas. And obviously not all twins have the same personality. So they never have the same personality.
Never. Yeah.
But they do act different. They do. Like they
that
rich,
the
poor, the different
the
environment.
nurturing,
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
All
even though they have the
same DNA,
almost the exact body build, like DNA and biology, they will act different.
Yep.
You take them, split them up, put them in two different places,
They'll
urban versus rural. They're going to be different. They're going to grow up differently and build muscles differently, and the whole nine.
Yeah.
Our culture used to be great. We used to pledge to the flag and have nationalism, and a lot of that stuff needs to come back because you have to have pride in yourself, self-centered pride in yourself. That's why we're so caught up in all these groups.
Because there's not a main group.
Fit.
We're in subgroups, right?
Everybody's splintered.
Everybody's subgroups, yeah.
But we used to say, but the USA, let's do it for
you have to have a common cause.
Yeah.
Because in a country where there's so many different cultures,
disparate,
you need to have that center mass to
why
bring us
not?
all together.
Yeah, we used to call it citizenry.
And that's the problem with mass immigration. It's you also are not expected to adhere to the culture.
Yeah, they go, fuck you. I bring my own culture.
It's
That's
not bad to
problem.
say, hey, you can come in this country, but you have to assimilate to our values.
I didn't tell
our value system, because that's what keeps that's the fabric that keeps us together.
Yeah, because all these people running away from their place coming here. Why are you coming here if it's so much better where you were?
Yeah,
don't bring your bullshit.
And then they shun our values, they shun our norms. That's going on in Europe. That's why Europe's falling apart.
Stabbing jabs everywhere.
It's not just that. It's just the decades and decades of mass immigration, and now they don't have their own value system anymore. That's why countries like Japan, who are very
xenophobic.
Well, that's what they call it, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's absolutely
there
nothing
is
wrong
absolutely
with that.
Like people were going at these Irish people that want nothing but purebred Irishmen. Fucking good. It's your country. You want nothing but Irish people. That's you. Why is that bad? I don't understand that. But it's bad when they do it. But if black people are like, nah, you selling out with the white bunnies. I want you to that. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, man.
That's so stupid. Like, if you want to, what do they say? 70%, 80% of people marry within their own fucking race.
That's in America.
You know what I mean?
That's just America.
And that's just
everywhere else. Like they marry their own because that's all there are.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost 99, 100%.
So why are you upset? What? It just stands to reason. Hey, I want to marry a nice Irish girl. Are you Irish? Yes. Why can't you marry something else? Why should I? Because I live in Ireland, stupid.
Matter.
We have the same values. I know, like, it's just...
She lived down the street from me.
That's like saying it's wrong to marry in your own religion.
Right.
You're a Christian, you want to marry another Christian. Yeah. What the hell's wrong with that?
It was never a problem till now. Till it's like...
It's always been a problem.
Because they want you to mix now. You should
multiculturalism.
You should accept... I don't have to accept shit.
Thank you. That's my... I don't...
Multiculturalism is bad.
It's a lie, and it's probably a PR term, too. I'd like to know what the actual term was. That's what I'd really like. And all the people pushing it don't know their roots are from people who hate them anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking hilarious.
It's so dumb.
The gay Muslims are my favorite.
It just
gays for Palestine.
Yeah.
Ship them on over on a balloon.
That's exactly what I always say. Just go over there.
How come you're not fighting them out? You can. They're not going to turn you away. Oh, wait a minute. You can go everywhere. Yeah. You can go anywhere you want, you said. Go ahead. You bad. But I don't even care about that. I mean, I'm talking about the actual background people, like Planned Parenthood. Black people love Planned Parenthood for some reason.
It was set up. That was all
biggest killer of black people.
But not just that. Gosh, I always forget her name. She hated. She was a pure racist.
She hated black people. That's why she
put
started
the
it.
stuff in
Yeah.
the black
Yeah.
neighborhood on purpose.
Communities. Yeah.
She wanted to
Isn't
get rid of them.
Isn't it odd?
She didn't want
that
them breeding.
Planned Parenthood.
That got memory hold though.
Planned
Yeah.
Parent. Well, every time you bring it up, you're just a racist bigot who doesn't know anything about history. Planned Parenthood has nothing to do with planning a parenthood.
It's
A
destroying.
It's about
It's
abortion.
eliminating parenthood.
Why is that?
That's how you get around it.
Well, they also
I know
offer.
that.
Yeah, it's the
That's-
name.
that's the
It's
name.
the
They
okey
also
doke.
PR
other
name.
they offer other services so they can use that term and not
Right.
seem like
Oh,
complete
okay.
complete hypocrites. So
Right.
so you know
We
we'll-
give you formula.
if you are
Give you
pregnant, yeah,
Right.
shit like that.
But
Yeah, we'll give you
shouldn't
formula.
women go there to figure out before they become a parent? That's the planning part of Planned Parenthood. We haven't planned shit. I got knocked up. Shouldn't I be talking about
I didn't
should be
plan.
unplanned
Yeah,
parenthood.
I didn't
right?
plan. I
Shouldn't
fucked up.
Shouldn't we be talking about this beforehand? Nah.
That's funny shit.
More black babies are killed in New York City than born.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Talk about genocide.
Why do we always end on a sour note?
That's what we are. We talk about current issues and everything's apparently
Everything's
not
bad.
good.
Yeah, everything's it's like, oh, fuck. We're like the news. It's just
My
nothing.
goodness.
It's just bad, right?
You know, you remember as a kid, you're like, I hope I don't do that. Like my dad, he complains
Yeah.
about the news and the newspaper, what's going on in the world. You can't help
You
it.
can't.
All we
no.
can do
'Cause
is
you know what
react to what
happens? You get mature and then you open your eyes and say, they're fucking the shit out of us.
Yes, exactly. That. Yeah, yeah.
Why is it this? Why is it so bad?
That's all we talk about at work.
At work. I try not to.
I'm right next to Conspiracy Brother 1 and 2, bro.
yeah,
like
baby.
I'm the least in that control room.
the least.
I'm the tame one.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's some wild motherfuckers up where I work.
I believe it.
But the problem is you get these people who don't even try to back up their argument with facts and logic and reason. That's what I tend.
Which
Like
people?
extreme conspiracy theory.
None of it. The word theory is
Just-
the lack of fact.
You know that type of person though.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't that just spouts out stuff they hear. Like you guys back up, you read, you
We try
you guys-
to.
you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
try to. But the people that don't, those are the people that kind of rub
No,
me
I've
wrong.
I've definitely met a bunch, and they just say wild shit. But
And it's
I
like-
met a bunch that said wild shit. Then I go look it up and I go,
That's
Right.
That's
Oh,
what I
fuck.
do. I
well,
go look up.
a broke clock's right twice a
Yeah,
day.
well,
But
that
if,
is
if you
true.
ask them to back up their, like, explain your reasoning at all, they
but
can't
think
do it.
about it this way.
yeah, that's true.
Think about it this way. You've heard 100 things, and you've looked up 100 things. Do you remember all of it? You couldn't possibly, but you know that valve does this.
But you can say, hey, I've got this from this. You know what I mean? You can say, I looked it up and I can find the information.
You know how
that-
much old shit I know? All I can remember is there's a patent for it.
To Jared's,
that's it.
To Jared's point,
Oh, I agree with it. I'm agreeing with him,
I've
but
met, and you don't want to say this, right? Well, yeah, whatever.
Nah,
I give a
F it.
fuck.
Just say it.
Most people are sheeps and stupid, right? So a lot of them will
Ignorant.
just regurgitate shit.
Yeah.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
And you
There-
can tell just like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there
You
are
can
people
tell
who just
instantly.
go, yeah,
Yeah, I can
this
see
is
that
the
point.
amount
too.
of platitudes that come out of these
I can
people's
see
mouths.
that
yeah,
too.
it's like they
Yeah.
don't actually look into it. They just say it. Like my brother used to do a whole thing on whatever Omar would say, he would say, and then I would counter some shit, and then he would all be mind fucked, and he would change his position right away. And I'm like, dude, you can't
You have
really.
to do. You have.
Like,
you
yeah,
have to
you
be
can't.
willing to like. You have to be willing to fail in your attempt to sway people. And if he's not gonna go look it up,
That's what I told him.
Right.
Like you can't just listen to somebody
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what I
just
mean to
go
say.
along
Yeah.
with it. Like
Not
you
willing
gotta
to fail,
actually
but-
look it up
yeah,
and
be
be like,
will-
oh,
willingness. Hopefully that guy's he might be wrong.
yeah.
Sometimes I hear stuff like, "Man, that's crazy. That's wrong."
Yeah. So I'm saying I look shit up. I'm
Wow.
like, well, that's not true.
It's not 40%. It's 12%.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
asshole.
yeah.
Don't round up from 12 to 40%. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the aha moment? What's his name? What's his name? Why do I can't do names?
I do it the
Kirk.
same way.
His last name's Kirk.
Cameron?
No.
Kirk. Is he a politician? What is he?
Christian dude?
No, yeah. He goes to the is it Kirk? He goes to the colleges and he sets up the thing. He talks about abortion sometimes. He talks about other
The Change My Mind guy?
No, that's
Oh.
I know who
Yeah,
that is, but
that's,
he hasn't been doing that for
Crowder.
years.
Steve
Yeah.
Crowder.
Oh, I seen
know what I'm talking about.
skinnier dude.
Kirk.
Crowder's
it's-
a little
Oh,
bit-
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
He's sitting at a table and
Sitting with my dick.
and I guess they're doing a debate. I don't know who he was talking to, and so this guy pulls out the manila envelope. He's like, "Would you call this a human fetus or something to that extent?" He's like, "Yes, all day I would." He's like, "Well, it's not. It's a dolphin fetus." And I was like, "What the fuck? You're not making."
Gotcha.
But guess what? But that's what happened. He had his aha moment, and Charlie Kirk was like, "Oh shit!" Right? And I was like, "Just say dolphins don't go for abortion,
you dumb
stupid."
fuck.
Mammal fetuses look nearly the same at the beginning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't
They're
really-
just a clump of cells, so that doesn't. So are you, asshole.
Yeah.
None of
They're
that.
all
I don't really get the
It
guy's
was
point.
it was just an aha moment. You don't
With
know
no
the
backing.
difference, so that means it's just a clump of cells. That still
That's
doesn't.
the dumbest shit
that
I've
makes
ever
no
heard.
sense.
I didn't even hear the rest. I just saw the aha moment. I
And
was
Charlie
like,
Kirk was taken back by
and he was
that?
taken aback by that.
Oh.
I would have crushed that.
Hell
Dude.
yeah.
He
I
should have
would've
shook that off
destroyed
in a
him.
second.
I would have crushed that dude. I said, "You, what?
I'd be like, that baby
what
dolphin fetus got bigger dick than you. Get
What
the fuck
dolphin
outta
is
here.
at the abortion clinic? What are you doing?
Dolphins
I
get
like
an abortion.
to make an appointment.
What are you doing? It means
What's a dolphin nose? There you go, Jared. I was gonna get
giraffe.
Jared.
It doesn't. It's so stupid. What? But they all try to get an aha moment on people who use reason and logic.
If you
and the
need
best
a
way to do
ha-ha
it is
moment,
this.
you're a fucking moron.
That's
Just
not
have sound logic.
that's not
Debate.
right.
Beat him in a debate. But that's the problem. These people don't have any kind of logic.
I don't.
It's all fucking 2 + 2 is 5 bullshit.
Well,
That
he
makes no
shouldn't.
sense.
He also shouldn't. I mean, it was several seconds where he's like,
Damn.
and he even looked this, away. And I was like, "What? Just tell him dolphins
He's a
don't need
fucking
abortions.
retard.
Dolphins screw for one reason: to have children.
Don't they have sex for pleasure? I thought dolphins were. Yeah,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter. They
That's
have
an
sex
aside.
with other things for pleasure. But when they screw
They
to
try to
mate,
fuck girls,
they
too.
have the baby.
Well, yeah.
They have.
Oh yeah, they don't
baby.
terminate the pregnancy
That's all I would have said.
in the 9th month.
Yeah.
What are you down in
sometimes
bikini
after.
bottom? Like, what is wrong?
They
with
go down to the baby clinic.
What is wrong with these people?
That's the problem.
I have a better argument than ha ha aha. This is a bull fetus. Bulls are the males. Dumbass. You know.
Whoa! Bulls can get pregnant.
Yeah.
no.
Come
you
on.
fucking bigot.
I am
Don't do that,
correct.
Joseph.
Now
don't,
what?
Don't do that.
Don't do that, Joseph.
correct.
Asshole.
You're also correct. All right, we got to wrap this up.
Wrap it
this,
up,
This one
B.
went long.
That's what she said.
There's so much more I want to
Nice.
talk about. But
Oh,
Like what?
we fucked up. We
I wi-
spent
I-
like an hour on Diddy.
I actually
That's
wish
your
we
fault.
talked about the debate a little bit, but that's all right.
You got
It's
10,
it's
10
old.
minutes.
It's old news now.
10 minutes.
Nah, we'll talk
Nah,
about it in the
we'll-
next
we'll-
one.
we'll
Well,
do
you got to write it then.
Yeah,
you got to
we'll
write it
Write
down.
that bitch down. He ain't writing
We
shit
need a
down.
freaking.
We ain't right shit.
I'll write
We
it.
fly off the hip.
I'll write it right now.
Damn, y'all showing up in class
Fact
like
checking.
I used to.
The fact checking fucking killed me. The fact checking of Trump in real time by the moderators.
Oh, I was
And
listening.
zero.
They didn't
for
do for any
Kamala.
for Kamala.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Zero.
Then Twitter fact checked her. She was lying like 95%.
She spouted all kind of
Yeah,
lies.
but nobody's
It
gonna
wasn't live
go
though.
fact
Yeah,
check.
they didn't do it live.
The
But
one
no-
about the abortion with that Virginia governor, what's his name? Fuck. Not the current one. Ralph Northam.
No,
I forget. He tried to pass a bill to have if an abortion went bad, it was botched, and the child was born alive. They wanted a bill to
How does that work?
kill criminal liability, or stop criminal liability to a doctor that kills the baby after it's born. Right? Is that kind of common
That's
sense?
fucking crazy.
So you try to do an abortion, and sometimes it doesn't work or whatever, and the baby's still born. The baby's born alive. If it's a
Mhm.
late-term abortion,
Why are we doing late term?
so say it's 8, 9. Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be doing
Should be
late
first
term.
trimester
Yeah.
only, if anything. So the baby, you try to do an abortion in the 8th month, it doesn't work, and the baby's born alive. He said, I think you should maybe, if the baby's born and if it has some kind of ailment or some kind of
Defect. Just call it what
defect
it is.
because of the abortion, you put the baby aside and then you decide what you want to do later. In other words, maybe you kill it after it's born.
Dear Lord.
Trump tried to say that in the debate, and he's not articulate, so he didn't say it
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? He's not using the correct verbiage. They fact checked him and said that never happened. It fucking happened. It's
Yeah.
right on YouTube right now. You can look it up. He said that. And they fact checked him. The fact check was false. Their fact check was wrong.
But here,
Trump was right. He just
remember
didn't
we
have
had
to
this.
Google.
Yeah,
right on YouTube.
They use Google though. And
We-
Google's like, that's not right.
But that's the problem with the whole fact check. Who fact checks the fact check? Who
Exactly.
fact checks the fact check?
That's why Snopes and all these fact checking companies,
They're all
they
garbage.
all have agendas.
You can be brought
Yeah,
out
they're all
like anything
garbage.
else. Yeah, I don't. And
Where are
that's
they getting their ad revenue?
Kamala's trying to say misinformation on the internet, just like fucking Europe,
Should be a crime.
should be a crime.
Why?
Well, you'd
What
be the first one to go to jail.
But they
dickheads.
won't
All
though.
you
That's
do-
the problem. They won't listen. You can't make these people live their own principles. That's part of the problem.
Yeah,
Live your own principles. All right, done. Talk your shit.
they don't.
Of course, they'd
They're
have
all
to be
fucking
quiet.
lies and
They would
thieves.
never say anything on the internet anymore. They'd be
Yeah.
on TV where they can get away with it.
The only time you know
Or they can massage it.
fact checking outlet's correct is when they fact check people on their side of the aisle
Mhm.
to say that they lied.
Or
like
the
the
other
Hunter-
side is wrong.
The Hunter
Clearly wrong.
laptop story that
Mhm.
they try to cover up and actually sway the election. Because I
Mhm.
believe if they didn't try to cover up the Hunter Biden,
Facebook dude is all heard about that now.
yeah,
Oh, I shouldn't have did that. I think I caught
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Little-
you
little too
dickhead.
late,
Too
asshole.
late, fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
if
you,
they
you
didn't
took,
tr-
you
if
took
they
their
didn't
money.
if they didn't all in unison cover up that story and said it was
You took
Russian
their blame.
disinformation about
Yeah.
Hunter's laptop, I think Trump would be president right now.
Well,
That swayed because they did polls afterwards, and 20-something% of people said they might have voted differently if they knew that
that's
before
a
the
huge
election.
swing.
Oh,
That is a swing.
That's a huge swing. 'Cause
Well, you
he-
know how tight
Has
that
it-
that
that
election
shit was what,
tight.
2% or whatever it was.
It was
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
It was thousands of votes in some counties. It was thousands of
Yeah.
votes in some states. In Arizona, I
Yeah,
believe.
they were stuffing the ballots. That's on YouTube too.
Yeah. They got caught. Girl gets caught red-handed. They just
and
nothing
then-
happens to them. That's the
That's-
fucking problem.
But then
Nothing fucking.
But then
happens.
3.5 years later, they finally admit, oh, that Hunter Biden, yeah, that's
That
true.
could
That
have done
laptop was
something.
true.
Yeah.
Too fucking
Fucking
late.
you know?
Of course it's too late. I'm not telling it on myself. I'm
Snopes,
trying to win.
that's the fact checking website, like the most prominent one. Snopes.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And
They
quality.
also said, you remember, you've heard a million times, Trump said there's fine people on both sides. That was the most racist thing he did about Charlottesville. When they had those protests in Charlottesville and there was actual KKK members
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
And he said, well, there's fine people on both sides. That wasn't the full context. The
No.
full line was not speaking about the KKK or white supremacists. The people protesting there, the normal people, there was fine people on both sides.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And Snopes said, anybody who says differently, that just,
That's-
snips it to that part where he just said fine people on both sides is false. That's a lie. And Kamala in the debate said the same fucking thing. Oh, they still using the fine people on both sides. They say it all the time. Still, even after a left wing outlet said no, that's fact check
It's
false.
It's called quote mining. That's what you
They
did.
still blatantly
You
use it.
misrepresent everything.
Where's the moderators on that? How come the moderators
Never.
say actually that was fact check, not
it's
true?
NBC.
I
What do
know.
you think? You're going 3-1.
That's
know,
why
I know the
he
answer.
said he was fine. He's like, I'll do it. I don't care. Let's
Yeah.
go. I know it's gonna happen. He already said
He
it. I
already
know
knew
it's gonna
it was
happen.
set up, B.
Yeah, but I'll do it.
But you know
Name
what's
the
funny?
time and the place.
You know what's
3-1.
funny about that? He had, I thought, a terrible debate, and he had more people backing him than ever because they
Because they
people
knew.
saw. People were like, "It's 3-on-1. What
They
the fuck's
knew
going on?"
both moderators and her.
Yeah, that's
What
like
were
even
they supposed
people
to
on
do?
the left was like, "Yo, Trump was getting jumped," and it's like,
Yeah. Oh, y'all jumping?
because that's all they got. They cannot stand by their values.
No.
They have.
They're not strong of
they,
will.
Yeah, they just.
They can't be wrong.
Oh, and she got the questions or some form of the questions
Oh, absolutely.
in
Upfront.
advance.
Yeah.
That came out. You don't hear about that.
she is.
I'm
too-
done getting mad about it. Like I used to get mad and fire up and want to break shit. Now I'm just like I'm
It's-
done.
you're
I'm
used
so
to the
numb
corrupt.
to it.
Acceptance.
Used to the corrupt.
The
yeah.
fourth
I don't want it.
Hey, Jared's on the fourth
the fourth stage. Acceptance.
I am.
Welcome.
I don't want to be.
No, you
I'll
have,
still say it.
No, you have to
You
say
have
it.
I have
to,
to say it, but I don't
we
get mad.
still say it.
But
Yeah.
it feels weird that I'm not mad. Like I want to be mad. My response is to be mad.
I'm sorry. He's in the fifth stage. Resignation.
I don't feel the anger.
Resignation. That's because it's gone. The heat's gone.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
you
I feel
know-
like a vacuum. There's a void in me
Yeah.
right now
Because
because I want to be
right,
mad.
There's nowhere. There's nothing to do about it.
Yeah.
And there's no one you can talk to because everyone you know already knows. We agree with you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
believe you. We know why you're like. We know, and all the people you talk to know. So you got no place to go with it, and it's so better that it's empty in there than having this knot
I know.
of resignation or of resentment for people who you can't reach, who won't change,
But it's
who don't care.
because I know people on the other side that I'm friends with, and
Not
I tell
just them.
I tell them these things, and it's like
They
they don't
don't-
care. Their eyes glaze over.
You know
and
why?
They
Because
don't
they like the Celtics.
Because they're winning.
because what?
they like the Celtics.
They like the Celtics?
Yeah, they like their team.
Mhm.
You can't tell a Celtics fan to go like the New York Knicks, bro.
I know.
You can say this,
No matter
this,
how
that,
good he is.
no matter
But no
how
matter how
bad
great
it
they
is.
are. Yeah.
They killed your kid, yeah, but you know.
But still the Celtics.
Still
I
the
mean,
Cel-
like he
It's
shouldn't have been in
I
Boston
just can't
by
relate to
himself.
it. Because if
It's
someone
crazy.
on the left came to me with information, facts, data, all the shit right there, and I saw it,
Yeah.
and I knew it came from a true source somehow, I'd be like, wow, you're right. Like, I don't have that. I
Yeah.
don't have that in me to just ignore facts.
You
I'm
can't ignore them.
I'm so facts driven and so
It's
data.
weird that they
Yeah, but you're a
they
small
can.
percentage of the population. Most people are just so team driven, and that's that they use that against you for all of humanity, right?
Yes.
They
Tribalism.
tribalism. They send you out to get killed over tribalism. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
human
just
nature.
it's human nature,
Human
and
nature.
you don't think these people have some of the best philosophers on the fucking planet, like
Psychologists.
psychologists?
Yeah.
They know
You
all.
know-
the,
listen.
they got the 100% human okie doke, bro.
Yeah.
You know how bad it is.
The
This is how
psyche, they
bad
got
is. They have psychologists that were selling children toys in the 80s, in the early 80s.
it.
Do you understand how terrible that is? They even know the psychology of putting stuff at their eye level, so when they're walking down the aisles in the cereal aisle,
Yeah.
they put their stuff at the child's level, so when they have a tantrum about what they want, their mom will guilt buy their stuff.
Yep.
Do you know how that's fucking diabolical?
It's the word of the day.
Yeah.
I like that word. It's
That's a good word,
I love
right?
diabolical. It's a funny word, but it also just means devilish,
Yeah,
like of
which
the
they
devil.
are.
Yeah, and that's but that's you hired someone to figure that out. A child psychologist. Your job is to make them better, but you're making them worse, and then come to you
yeah,
later
for problems.
for problems.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, it's all fucked up
The
now.
psychology industry.
Wait, was that P. Diddy?
Shrinks all. I think it's all bullshit.
No shit.
I think the science behind
There is science. But they're
the
not trying
mental
to.
part
They're
of
not
it.
trying to help anybody.
I don't
believe
like
that.
I don't like the therapy. I don't like therapists. I don't mind anything that I can study and say, "Oh, that's why these people do that." It's crazy. Right? I'm okay with that. I don't like the application.
Right.
Like I don't like therapists. I don't like psychologists. I don't like psychiatrists. Because the first thing you got to do is find the one that fits you. Already, that shouldn't be the thing. You should have a set of rules, standards, and that's what you should operate based on.
with human beings,
Bitch,
you're
I'm not
never
trying
gonna
to
have
date you.
that. You're always gonna have
You know
bias.
what I'm saying?
They're always gonna have biases. They're always gonna have agendas.
Yeah.
You're not gonna rid that of
But-
the system.
But
They're
you
all-
can,
they're
but
gonna
you
want
can
money,
create even at work you do though. I don't give a crap how angry you are. Push that fucking button. That's your job. Oh,
Asshole.
give this stupid shit. Beep, bing. That dude's gonna push the button because he's gonna lose his job. That's standards.
Yeah. There's no governing bodies that
don't
that
need
push that.
Well, yes, there are. They have governing bodies for
They
psychology.
do.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Failing.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of psychologists. What they did is they destroyed this for us, for men, and then they made men the lightning rod for all the ails in the world. So now you can't even talk to your buddies over a pint or in your men's club or at the gym or on the basketball court. You can't have locker room talk. You can't get rid of all that evil in you, right? And then you carry that around at home and stuff. And now she's like, I can't believe you. And now she has a place to go talk to some person and say, it's probably his fault.
Yeah, that's why marriage.
Marriage counseling is
When marriage
whack.
counsel, the judge sends you there first. They're so fucking biased. It's fucking 99% of the time it's the guy's fault.
Just don't go.
Just don't go.
You have to go because the judge sends you.
Just show up.
You don't have to operate.
Yeah.
All you have to say is one word, because you already know. If you're
Just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
Marshawn Lynch.
right,
I'm just
When
trying
a-
to get my dick sucked from the back, bro.
when a man says I want a divorce, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah.
Most men don't divorce. 80% is women that initiate.
Because they're not happy.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, the I'm not happy makes no fucking sense.
Bored is
Yeah.
worse.
Happiness has nothing to do with other people.
Contentment.
It has nothing to
Yeah,
do with
you
other
have to be
people.
happy for
like
yourself.
I never understood that. I'm
That's
like,
because they have zero outlook on the world. What are your hobbies? I travel and cook. Why are you mad? I asked you to cook me some food. Shut up! I don't cook for you. You're mad at your mom. Wait, you just said you love to cook. I just
for you, dickhead.
Oh, shit! No wonder
You
you
know
ain't
what I'm
happy.
saying? Like I'm happy all the time. I don't understand how you not like you have to create your own happiness. If you don't have that, why the fuck are you with people?
Emotion.
Like you're gonna even bring. You know what I'm saying?
Because emotions are fleeting and ephemeral. You can be if you're an emotional creature, which women are because of their hormones.
Fucking Tuesday.
They're going to change constantly. They're in a constant state of flux. They want something to settle them out. That's why they hate that you can sit there and stare at the wall for 20 minutes not doing anything. And they'll come over, what you thinking about? And you'll literally say nothing.
Killing you.
Nothing. And then they'll get mad because nothing turns off in their head.
Yeah.
Because there's always
something.
a thought about an emotion that is always changing.
Not their fault.
Some of it is.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
No, because you can train anyone to be anything. We've already established that.
Yeah,
fact.
but
I could put a gun in her hand and say, go kill death to America.
Yeah, you can.
So how come they can't do it for themselves?
Fucking women, emotions, man. It just rules them. It rules them.
All you got to do is listen to the dude in your life. They're going to tell you, hey, don't mess with that guy. That guy's he's a scumbag. I don't listen to you. You're just jealous. And then she goes and gets her ass kicked. You're like, I'm not coming to help
bitch. You had a mean left hook.
Listen, I told you so, and that's what you get. Needs to come back.
Yes.
That, and the last one is go fuck yourself. Honest to
Most
goodness.
importantly.
Yeah.
All three of those phrases,
It's fucking excellent.
just constantly use them because people need to hear it.
Assholes.
Well, I'm glad we ended on a happy note.
Yeah.
A mean left hook.
Domestic violence, yes.
Must have thought if a guy out.